What's too much?
You.
How?
Just last night you jumped on somebody else's show. Like it's always either you jumping on yours, on somebody else's, having a conversation about the show. Like,
Do 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 do. Pseudo killing, pseudo killing. Ah, man, yeah, yeah, we on a pseudo killing trend, bringing forth the music from back then. Victor's goes to the wind. Cold brew Heineken. Yeah, let it pile up a little bit. See where y'all at. Killing trend. Advance. Now, what up, yo?
What's good? I'm just getting on what the where everybody at? You just started?
Yeah, how you get the link? I ain't get up. You got the email?
Hell yeah. I literally just looked at it. I was like, oh shit. They must be around 4 hours.
I didn't even know I sent the email.
Yeah, you sent it. What's going on? What you building on though?
Oh yeah, I got the good title to the show, man. This is a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna get in and get out. I know I'm only gonna do an hour. The title of the show is called we'll get going. Well, how you doing though, brother?
Oh man, I'm good, bro. Hey, shout out, what's this Real Black Atheist? Shout out to my big brother, the original RBA made room for a lot of us, you know, gave us that comfortability to speak up and fully indulge in those ideas. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, the title is real. I say the real Egyptomania, real Black Atheist style, pseudo killers on deck. Be nice. I'm gonna get right into it. Let the room pile up just slightly a little bit, man. Yeah, but Vance, you know, I appreciate you though, bro. I mean, Yeah.
I try to be a voice of reason in the midst of the chaos.
Yeah, you was a voice of reasoning, yo, because I was like, oh no. You know, I was going through it, bro.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, am I just crazy, yo? Like, really?
Right.
He was like, nah, yo, they just don't get it.
Yeah, that's it.
They old, yo. He was like, they old, they getting old, yo.
The process is outdated, that's all.
Man, I practice forward thinking, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely practice forward thinking, yo.
Yeah. You ahead of your time. You're definitely ahead of your time with a lot of things. So, you know, everybody got to catch up.
Yeah. Crazy, yo. Crazy.
Yeah, I see y'all ain't go too crazy today. Y'all kind of just, you know, had some reasonable bills today. Y'all ain't go too nuts today.
Nah, cause we had a good moment, yo. We realized we all suffer from Egyptomania.
Yeah, y'all know I had to hop out the phone right quick. Y'all was just getting into it.
We had an epiphany, yo. You know what? We're all suffering from Egyptomania.
That's
We're all sick.
Yeah, I told you, y'all sick. Y'all
on
sick.
all sides. You've been seeing it the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yo, we done killed our friends. We done killed the son, Wuja.
Yeah. Yo, y'all did it. Y'all done shot everybody up. Said left nobody standing.
Jabari, you in the cold.
Yeah, rocking hard. You know what I'm saying? Setting the whole building on fire, running out.
Fuck you, Chief X.
Yeah.
When a nigga trying to be nice, what nigga? Fuck you. Yo, be trying hard to ignore me. I was like, what nigga? Fuck. It be Egyptomania, yo. He's suffering from Egyptomania. Egyptians are white.
Yeah.
Jabari.
Egyptomania, it knows no boundaries, yo. Anybody can be got.
No boundaries. No boundaries. Assign them, go to Egypt and tell the people living there, y'all not Egyptian.
Right. It's crazy.
We're in the history and the annals of time that a whole couple million people just disappeared, yo, like the Mayans. That didn't even happen to them.
Right.
They just messed it up and lied on it. They ain't went nowhere. Crazy. That's Egyptomania, ladies and gentlemen. We've all been bit by Egyptomania, yo, but that's okay. That's the mystery of Egypt. It got the whole world like this. That's what I want to let y'all know, right? Yeah. The whole world has been in the spell of Egyptomania. Just what part will you come in? Everybody wants to be an Egyptian, yo, from the beginning to the end. Crazy, yo, funny, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, funny. Yeah, we killed a lot of good comrades, yo.
Yeah. Nobody's safe when the Egyptomania strikes.
Nobody's safe when the Egyptomania strikes. Yeah. Nobody.
Guns come out and niggas start shooting. That's it. They don't even look. They just
You like, yo, y'all sick, yo.
Yeah.
You like,
look up before you shoot. Don't just shoot. You know what I'm saying? Man.
I mean, funny, yo. Just up there it go. Egyptomania started. There they go, yo. You be laughing at it, yo.
Yeah.
I don't know how you managed to stay out of it, yo.
It's easy.
You got your vaccine, yo.
Yeah, I got my Egyptian vaccine.
Corey, look, me and Corey going to the
y'all stage 2 Egyptomania, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take it a step further. Y'all are almost rabid, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Jesus Christ.
Yo, the sister mentioned, Chief X name, right? She wasn't even trying to mention it like that. She didn't know I was in there. I was like, who?
Shout out everybody. You and Corey start going back and forth. Chevron had to jump in.
Corey came in. Yo, we was high level sick at that point.
Right. Y'all was full blown having an outbreak. You know what I'm saying? The sister was sitting back, eyes wide open, just don't know what the hell going on. Like, damn, my bad.
Damn. She was like, I ain't even mean to say his name, Chief. I was like, huh? It was yesterday that I realized I had a problem. When me and Corey stood off like two Mexicans in a Mexican standoff, yo, and took 10 paces and yelled, and in the middle of us yelling at the same time, he was like, I'm not gonna stop talking.
Oh my God.
I was like, and I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah, I was there. You're right. That's a fact. Corey said he wasn't gonna take a breath until you was done. I mean, I'm not gonna let you get a word out. I'm like, oh my God, these boys here, man.
It was in that moment that I realized that I had a problem.
Yeah.
I said, I've been infected by Egyptomania, and nobody is safe. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care. You can be on the Mediterranean side.
Nah. You definitely ain't safe on that side.
Wait a minute. Y'all think I'm just tripping? How deep this rabbit hole go with Egyptomania? Hey man, did you know that Egypt was the source of the scientific racism? Did you know that when archaeologists went to Egypt, they got bit and spread Egyptomania around the world that supported the slave trade. Did y'all know that? Oh, we're gonna have a good show tonight. That's funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, I ain't know that, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, Morton and them. You know, Morton was the foundation. He called him the father of scientific racism. He measured the skulls of Egypt. He was he was like the Negro was numerous in Egypt. Killed them. He was like numerous.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. I got the joint. He was like, they was numerous, yo. He's like, they the slaves. These slaves. I don't know their name. He ain't know their name. He made their name up. They must be eating lunch somewhere at the cabana some damn where. And they made up a name for the niggas, for the brown people. Made the name up. Called start calling the alphabet, the A, B, C, D. Yeah, that was funny, yo. Yeah, Egyptomania at an all-time high, yo. They actually did that, yo. That shit was funny, yo. All right, got you. So yeah, man, we're gonna pop a little bit, man. All right. That's funny, man. Y'all think now come on, Oxen. Come on, Oxen. Onyx Palms. Can y'all refute Chief X? Stop it, man. That's Egyptomania, yo. I'm trying to tell you, yo. All right, you gonna come on, man. Stop it. You bit too, bro. You're bit. You're definitely bit, yo. You're bit. You're bit and you don't even know it. You trying to get us to refute. Yeah, let me get my man in here, yo. I gotta get him in here, yo. Damn, hold on. Shoot. Gotta get him in here, yo. He just bit as a bit. He's bit. All right, hold on. I ain't got gave the right people the link, man. Yeah, I promise you, yo. I took my medicine, yo. I took my medicine, yo. Y'all can believe that, yo. I'm not. You hear me? Nope. No, sir. No, sir. Let me see. Let me see what I got on my phone. Let me see. Gonna wait till wait till it pile up in the air. Y'all know it, right? But yeah, yo, Egyptomania is real. It's there. And we got Egyptian people. We got people bit in the chat right now talking about, yeah, can you refute Chief X? Man, I don't even want to refute Chief X at this point, yo. Like, I don't. On some real shit. Yeah, we about to kill each other, yo. That shit's Egyptomania, yo. These niggas stupid. Check your email. Ain't crazy, yo. Oh man, yo. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see the chat. I'm gonna read the chat, but I ain't gonna go Egyptomania off though, yo. Yeah, I ain't. Nope. I took my vaccine. I'm vaccinated now, yo. Yeah, it's rabid out there. Y'all think I'm lying, yo. Y'all be like, come on, yo. I'm telling y'all, man. I thought about this, yo. Yeah, we done killed all the homies, half the homies and got wiped out, yo. Yeah. Half the homies in there. Here go one. He coming in. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Corey?
What up?
Have you taken your medicine for the day?
Oh yeah, I ain't on the Egyptomania. I think I'm good, right? I had my dose of Egyptomania for the week.
Wait a minute. Yo, listen, bro. It was at the point where me and you was yelling to the top of our lungs, yo, and you was like, I'm gonna get my point across. I ain't gonna stop. I was like, I ain't gonna let you talk. I was like, yo, I got a problem.
All y'all niggas crazy.
Yo, listen, everybody is affected by it, yo. I'm telling you. Cosmic Coy, listen, man. Go back. Did you see the start of the show?
No, I didn't see the start. No.
Man, yo, all of it, yo. The lady said Chief X name. I was like, what?
Oh, that was recorded?
Nah, yo, yeah, I'm talking about no, it just was yesterday how we got the organ. We just was it's Egyptomania, yo. Like we done went over there and dug in the dirt for real. We tripping. I'm like, oh man, we out there, yo. I'm telling you, yo.
Like that's us.
To be honest though,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a subject. It's unless we talking about like hardcore science. It ain't many subjects that we don't argue about.
I thought this was supposed to
No,
be
not like that, yo. Not like that, yo. No, it's different. This is different. This is different. This is different, yo. Yo,
especially you and Sheffrey. You and Sheffrey, y'all too, boy. Y'all on a different level. You and Sheffrey.
Did you hear what you just said? Did you see what me and you watched yesterday, yo?
yeah, but you and Sheffrey like that, like 24 hours a day, though.
No, we realized we was sick today, yo. You know how you go to Alcohol Anonymous? We went to Egyptomania Anonymous today. We were like, yo, we got a problem. Yeah, yo, when everybody, you be like, come on, yo. And you know why, yo? And let me see, how many people in here yet? Make sure, yo. Let me see. We don't got enough to start the show yet. 72 people. Oh, we at that number. I want to see 80 though. We should be able to do 80 before we start this show. Right? Let me identify the Egyptomania in the chat room. Here you go. That's Ox and Palms. It say, then please elaborate on this calm that Black Bantu Africans weren't the originators of Kemet. Huh? Man, come on, man. We don't know Black Bantu, stop it. Stop, dog. Nobody that, man. See that?
I think he's trolling.
Yeah. No, he's serious. He really want to know. Can we refute Chief X? I don't want to refute nobody no more, yo. Like what I want to do is, yo, I want to, you know what I'm saying? We probably gonna still argue over it, but I'm saying there's a certain, like, we're all mad. Bantu, that's another, see, that's Egyptomania. You make the Bantu the Egyptians, right? But what we're going, the show gonna be a good educational show. I got a good hour to rock, right? And what y'all will find out is that we're not the only group that got bit. The planet Earth got bit, and it's the foundation of the slave trade. That's crazy, right, Coy? Ain't that crazy?
It's the foundation of pseudoism.
Yeah, because Egypt is pseudo, right?
Pseudoisms lead to demagoguery. Demagoguery leads to oppression. Oppression leads to slavery. It's all like a domino effect. You know what I mean?
Man, where the hell Cedric at? Let me see. He's pseudomaniac too.
Oh, Cedric.
Yeah, everybody here. Brendan almost got sucked in with the kind of that I hate because of somebody out on the spot.
He stayed on the outside of the rabbit hole.
Outside. He read the stain. He stayed, yeah. Let me go to the Facebook group. We can have a nice calm show. I'm gonna let the people in a minute. I'm gonna let y'all go just Egyptomania. I ain't doing it with y'all no more. That shit.
No,
that shit crazy. I can't do it, yo. Yo, that was so funny.
We got the bill.
Yo, I cried laughing. Yo, we was on that motherfucker. I'm not gonna stop talking. Same time, y'all was like, yo, how long is he gonna go on?
I can go.
You can go, yo. And I tried to hang with you. Yo, I was like, man, yo, we did that for 5 minutes straight, yo, talked at the same time. Impossible, yo.
For what though?
It was, yo, we was bit, we had an outbreak, yo.
You know,
but why? But why though?
Egyptomania, yo, I don't know why. It's Egyptomania. It didn't make no sense, nigga. I'm telling you, no matter which way it went, no matter who was right.
Yo, but my whole thing is, yo,
you about to do
we didn't do none of that, right? We ain't do none of that. So why we even got why are we even attached to anything to do with that emotionally at all?
See.
You can't start
at all.
He can't.
At all.
You been
hanging with me too long.
I'm just saying emotionally. I'm just saying for brothers to argue with each other over some Egyptian bullshit.
No, you bit.
Why are we even arguing? This is just history. This is.
He's having an outbreak, Corey.
Look, I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation, so you know I'm gonna give it to y'all today.
Hey, Corey, don't feed me now.
We're gonna get
Corey.
Corey Kent today.
Corey.
Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. Corey. Watch when I say he's bit, I can tell. Go ahead.
Corey.
Go ahead.
Why are we even feeling good because somebody built a pyramid from Africa? It wasn't us. It wasn't us.
I never understood it.
It wasn't me. No, more than that, it wasn't me. I didn't put a brick on that motherfucker.
Man.
So why are we even arguing about what another motherfucker did in another motherfucking place that we ain't never been to?
I'm sure, and another thing about it, I'm sure they didn't have OSHA standards out there, and they wasn't getting
exactly. They were probably beating motherfuckers. They were probably sexual harassment like a motherfucker. It was crazy. It was violent. It was violent. Nigga was beating on the coworker that didn't act right. You know how it was.
They was using drugs out there.
They was high, building the pyramid.
sniffing them lotus flowers.
But hold up. But why do we feel so attached and so hurt when a nigga say it wasn't us, or when a nigga why are we even talking about the pyramids, yo?
Listen.
Look,
this Egyptomania has gone far enough.
Brandon.
I'm just saying,
brother. Hey, brother. I was on travel for business since Sunday. I've been out in the desert over in Las Vegas for a week, right? I was having dinner. I was setting up a dinner engagement. I said I had some time before my colleagues were going to get there. I said, let me jump on. I see the bros are live over on the RBA channel. I think it was Sunday night, right? I jumped on and you guys were screaming at each other to the top of your lungs, talking about collapsing wave functions, talking about the mind consciousness dilemma. Dude, you know how crazy, that stuff sounds. I'm sitting in a public area listening to it.
Oh, God.
I was like, these dudes are down the rabbit hole for real.
Yeah. That was Smash. I blame that on Smash.
Oh my God.
We see you, Smash. We see you, Smash.
Smash in the chat.
Oh man.
It all led from Egyptomania though. I'm telling you,
it is. It's crazy.
Oh man.
End up coming across the desk.
Yeah. The file done already came across the desk. He on the desk.
Hey Ken, I want to let you know.
Yes, sir.
I want to give you what Egyptomania is. When you get loud and start talking about we ain't built them pyramids and why we gotta do that, that's part of Egyptomania, yo. I'm just letting
y'all infected me because I wouldn't even think about the pyramids. Y'all got me stuck in y'all arguments, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is y'all even arguing? Let's go to Wikipedia. We're gonna read the Wikipedia, and then when we read the Wikipedia, it say this, and niggas arguing about that. And that's all I be saying. Like, yo, if Wikipedia said that, why it ain't that, yo?
Well, you asked Chef. I'm telling you,
that's all I be. That's my only 2 cents. That's my only 2 cents.
Egyptomania meeting, me and Chef went to.
You should have heard me and CK conversation. Me and CK had a conversation. I think it was right after you got off of there. You got off.
I ain't want to pass out, yo.
And CK came in and me and CK had a conversation and shit. CK. Yeah,
Corey and Chef, why did y'all let this get out of hand, Corey and Chef? It's only been 5 days.
What happened, Brendan? What happened?
We come back and it's like the dawn of the dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man, peace to the brother, peace.
No doubt.
Y'all know they shit. Egyptomania, yo, it's a virus.
It's a virus, yo. Y'all think I'm playing, yo? I went to Egyptomania Anonymous today. Me and Chef did, man. And we had to admit we have a problem. Don't matter what side you think you on. It's spirit, scientific racism, and I'm going to put that today. That shit is funny. When you realize you're in it, you look up, you're like, damn, I ain't getting no money off that. Why am I mad? Why am I right there? We done killed some of the homies. We done killed the Saw, Wu John, them, they done.
They ain't even friends no more. Like
we ain't got the ain't friends with none.
You're losing. I lost my family.
Right.
All the friends is gone, killed them, got tired of hearing them, got the experts on them. We ain't got the experts, got tired of hearing that shit. They said the Afro-Asiatic wasn't real.
That's from Chef.
Experts.
And Chef, you should know better. And Chef, you should know better. You vowed not to touch the stuff months ago. You said you weren't going to talk about Egypt anymore. You fell off the wagon.
Off the wagon.
Sick. They're addicted, Brendan. They can't help themselves.
Yo, Vance Ben told me y'all was sick though. Vance said, yo, they sick. And I just, I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't listen.
Pushes. I don't ever pick my head out. I just sit back.
He be like this in the bushes. Look, eyes moving back and forth.
Right. Damn, I ain't never seen nobody act like that.
Yo, it's so mad. Listen, I done disband the whole Amara squad, Mossy clan. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what I said.
Egyptomania,
off all your friends and shit.
Killed them. Killed all my friends. They dead. Dead. You run around look like an Egyptian, I'm gonna kill you. Funny, yo.
Chevron is relentless. That boy relentless.
Oh man.
That's one guy, man. He's something else, man. That's Chevron.
And I don't know how to stop you. I'm gonna fight to the end, yo. I ain't gonna have nothing left. I'm gonna fight to the last. So I ain't got nothing but an arm moving. I ain't gonna stop.
You know that button to push. Shepard though just want to come in. He can say one word, and him and Uncle finna go to war.
They go to 10. Corey, you blink, they scream. Like they already scream. Like damn, what happened?
That's Corey too. Corey was in rare. He had an outbreak.
Oh yeah. For sure. Corey like to get it.
Once Corey start mentioning your name while he talking to you, like Kent, I'm telling you, they did this, Kent. And when they did this, Kent, they went over here, Kent. Like when the nigga start saying your name, then you know he on that point, he on that level, yo.
They always, hey, what's that old saying? People never use your first name until you're in trouble, right?
Right. Once he start saying your name.
Anytime y'all hear Corey say go ahead, just know he's up to something. If he say something, finish it with go ahead. But go ahead though, just know he up to something.
Hey man, listen, y'all gotta hit that like button, man. We got 93 people in the building. We about to crank it all the way up, man. Egyptomania is in real goddamn effect, man. That's crazy, yo. This shit is crazy, yo. And I'm gonna give y'all a nice source. But hit that like. We got 89 people in the building, man. Let's go ahead and crank this shit up, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. Come to do what I got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall, standing strong. Man, real Black Atheism is on the rise. Look, man, I got my comrades with me, man. Pseudo Killas. It's in full effect, man. We're going to have a lively conversation. I got an hour. I'm going to throw it down because I might relapse, and I'm not doing it with him. Not going to do it. We're going to open the panel up, let y'all get on here and let y'all relapse. We ain't doing it, man. Hey, look, man. Cosmic Corey, man. How you feeling today after your damn outbreak yesterday, man? What's up, Cosmic Corey? What it do?
Yeah, I got it all out of my system, man. But coming through for a new little something, man. I think you got a little presentation for us, so I'm interested to see what you got for us, man. I'm sitting back.
Yeah, I got some fun fire in here, man. Vance, man, what's good? What it do, man? Pseudo Kill official, man. What it do? What it do? What it do?
What's good, big bro? What's good to the Pseudo Killas? Man, I'm here to listen to this conversation and enjoy it. Y'all boys been going at it for a minute, and why not add another night to it? So I'm here for the entertainment.
Kent, Clark Kent, man, Pseudo Kill official. You already came, I'm saying, showing symptoms. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, man.
What it do?
Man, y'all, what it is, my blood pressure getting high because of y'all niggas. Y'all just can't stop. But I'm right here chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, you know what I mean? Got, a little vacation time or whatever. So, I'm laid back, enjoying myself. You feel me? Listening to the Pseudo Killas. It was something else I wanted to say, but I can't even remember that shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and with the next nigga.
Get it. Brendan, Pseudo Kill official, man. Welcome back, man. What it do? What it do? What it do?
Oh man, I'll tell you this. I'm glad I was sort of quarantined and social distanced away from y'all earlier before the outbreak took hold. I'm back. It seems like everybody's is recovering well. That's a good thing, right? But hopefully this will hold. Hopefully this will hold.
It's gonna hold. I'm not doing. I can't do it, man. Where you at, Chef L? I know you in there. Can you unmute yourself, or you busy? You might be on lurking in the bushes, man. Chef L, what's up? What it do? What it do? What it do? All right, he ain't just listening in, man. Cedric, what's good, man? What it do? Cedric be bit too. Cedric be loud as hell. Cedric cut everybody off. Don't nobody get Cedric talking, man. Swear to God. Cedric, what's good, man? Pseudo Kill official. What it do, bro?
I'm good. And I'm gonna title myself the Cutoff King. And I'm gonna take full responsibility for just being someone that slams the door shut anytime I see that rabbit hole.
Cedric, you got that sound wave with your voice, man. It just overpower everybody else shit, yo. It's the sound waves you got coming from your vocals, man. You just louder than every goddamn body, man.
I'm gonna have to admit, I acted on stage, so you learn to project. So I can throw my voice. Yeah, I can.
It's called pizzazz. He has that.
Already.
It's called Egyptomania.
No.
I answer for it.
I'm sorry. I know when to jump out of the car. I can go along for the ride because I like the scenery. But from the moment we start stopping at these different sites and y'all start doing these in-depth explanations, that's it. I can't do it. The latest edition is the talking to mummies is kind of okay. No,
that's Egyptomania, bro.
I'm still curious who explained that away.
Oh, Egyptomania. Everybody started explaining away all that. The whole 9 yards, yo. No.
Oh man,
absolutely.
The mummy whispering is perfectly normal now, as I heard.
Got highly offended that we had the audacity to insult the clergy.
Clergy, yo. Now Jabbar he's the clergy now. Like I was like, damn. So they actually got a license for Egyptomania.
Oh yeah. I heard Chef and beat y'all up on that. I listened a little bit on that. I didn't get to finish that. Right. I won't go back and finish that because I think Sheffrin will start beating y'all up a little bit about Jabbar.
Yeah, of course. Do anything off of the gals of Egyptomania, yo. You can just make the clergy.
Hey, those hats are impressive.
Yeah, those short order cook hats are impressive, bro.
He got his 501c3 exempt, and you know what I mean. You get the license,
well, I don't know.
And you can marry as long as you can marry.
That's
somebody.
Not the point. There you go.
When you can marry him, you know you serious.
I get your point. Yeah, it's clergy. Yeah, I get your point.
That's clergy. You know what I mean.
You know, you can do.
No,
see, we smarter than that. See, listen,
you engraving yourself in somebody's history when you can marry a motherfucker, yo. Like they gonna always remember you.
Yeah, no doubt. That's where they at in their life. You know, everybody somewhere in their life. Everybody, you might when you get 50, you might remarry again. You know what I'm saying? You might renew vows in a different way.
In Egypt.
Right? You might
in
go
Egypt.
all the way this time. Yeah.
You know what's funny though?
It's not funny though. It ain't.
You know, when a person stand up and shout to the top of their lungs, Africa, 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 anti-Christianity, anti all that, and then get a license as a clergy, yo. And I'm saying, man, y'all can't see that? Y'all can have it. I'm like, I can't get mad. I got my vaccine, and you know, hey, I get it, you know, shit. You know, why don't I just go to church tomorrow?
No, you got, so you can do things legitimately. You got to get your license as a clergy.
Well, oh, so we concerned about legitimacy and doing shit right, huh? Man.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't
Term
know
itself, yo. What's the clergy ain't an Egyptian priest, yo? I'm not hearing that. I'm not
because
that.
He want to go into the hospital and he want to see the people at the hospital. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad at him. Look, man, I'm not mad at him, yo. But he proves the point, yo. That the shit that we espouse on sometimes ain't worth a hill of shit. You end up going back to the very thing you think you're getting away from. It's my point.
Straight back to the Catholic Church.
Straight back to the shit you claim you're getting away from. You got to use all that. So then why keep doing it? Why keep playing the game? That's my point. Why not just take advantage of the shit? You pick and choose what you're going to take advantage of, and you talk shit about the shit that props you up. I don't get that. That's how they do. We want to live in a corner somewhere. Yeah, by ourselves. Yeah, but get the check. Oh, wow, I thought you wanted to be over there by yourself. It's the Islam package, right? You want to take advantage of the loans and all that shit. Man, the loans and shit, monies we got was based off of people fighting in the civil rights movement and getting our civil rights. See, I can understand that. I talk shit about the government, talk shit about the whole pandemic. Everybody talk shit about this, the FDA, then go in their refrigerator and eat some food. Why? It's FDA approved. That's the shit that get me, man. That's the shit that strikes up my Egyptomania. I'm not gonna do it.
You talking about the white man thing?
Yeah, because I
thought
that was the white man thing, the clergy. Like,
I don't think I necessarily, I could be wrong, but I don't normally hear like Jabari say like the white man type shit though.
What?
But maybe he does.
He made a name up for him.
I forgot about y'all. Right.
You want a stepfather, yo.
The Tamahu.
No, wait. Listen. All jokes aside, he actually uses a name. It comes out of not Wallace's birds, but shit, man. The book of beginnings, man. I get 2-volume set. Gerald Massey uses the word Tamahu, right? It's wrong. It's translated wrong as meaning white people. And no matter how many times you tell Jabari that that's wrong,
he liked that.
That's horrible, though. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude.
Sometimes you use words that don't, but you just like the word and you just put it. You put it.
You see what you're doing.
That's how we do. That's how black people do.
No, you bit. No, you bit. Because see, he's sitting in a position of authority. At least he makes himself the authority of correctness, yo. See, that's the point I'm trying to make. You see how quick you bit a little bit. You still got some of that on you, yo. You let them get to see. It's that whole clergy, preacher, give him the break. I'm telling you. You don't mean it, yo, but it automatically kicks in. Right? Like, and everybody make me sound like I'm sitting over here like I'm sitting with the dunce cap on. Oh man, Jabari, Chief X ain't never said that the nappy head. They didn't mean that.
Oh, you going back to that?
Yeah, why can't he
let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. Hold up. While we're there,
why can't he have that?
Hold up. While we are there,
you gonna sneak a shot in on me though?
Hold up, Corey.
How we doing, yo? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, yo. But don't change. I'm wrong.
While we are there, let's deal with that. Let's deal with the nappy headed. Let's deal with the nappy headed, big nose, goddamn big old lip, coon ass Africans.
That was a smooth shot, though. I gotta give you some credit for that one. Like you slid that one. I didn't even see that one coming. I didn't see it coming, but you
Yo, so Corey, hold up.
It's all Egyptomania, yo. Right now, it's all.
Yeah, but you know that whole
was that
whole Tamahu thing. I'll let you go right, Kent. Just before we leave this point, that whole Tamu thing is that thread that links him to that this whole black community, black power type thing. That's his link to it, right? So he has to speak in that language. Right,
definitely.
So that's his tie to it,
Especially when you're speaking to silent audience, though.
Oh yeah,
right? Definitely got to.
He plays that. He plays it up when he wants, when he needs to.
Anti-Tamahu.
Right. He doesn't want to say what he's saying. He doesn't want to say what he's saying, but he's saying.
No. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so hold on, just so I can make sure I'm clear on what I'm saying. We talking about the Chief X saying that the nappy-headed African, right?
Oh God! Hey, go ahead.
Is that what we talking about?
I don't know. I ain't talking about it. Y'all talking.
Okay. No, you in there. No, you in this too. Don't run now. It's Chef X. So if Chief X said there was no nappy-headed, big lip, big nose Africans in Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that, Corey?
No, I'm saying what I think he's.
Oh no, you're stumbling and stammering.
Y'all don't want. Y'all want a yes or no? See, that's
we do.
That's the.
I wanted to explain to
Act like we behind the scenes.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I keep it 100. Y'all already know. I say everything the same. Whether I'm behind the scenes. No, but what I'm saying, listen. What I'm saying is, and I could be mistaken too. So, but I don't think he means like there was no 100% zero, none, no black people, like no nappy-headed, big lip niggas there, right? I think what he's saying is that was not this. They were not a significant amount of those people there, right?
Why not just say it? He got months and 2 years to say that.
I mean, if somebody say it was no niggas there, that's fine. I'm just not mad at that, right? I mean, if you show me, 15 niggas, like, okay.
Hold on.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong at that point?
Hey, Corey. Corey. Hold on. So I'm gonna ask you, Corey. Was any nappy-headed, big nose?
Yeah,
big lip?
I'm sure it might have been a few niggas. Like, okay. I don't know. I'd imagine it was fine. It was a few niggas there.
Okay. Yeah. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I'm saying,
but at that point,
this is not the dominant population, though. That's what I'm saying.
Talking about dominant. We ain't talking about that.
Fine. As long as we clear. I'm just trying to be clear on what we think.
But I'm gonna read, right? Like that. Hey man, this is fun. Like I'm saying I don't mind which way y'all say that though, yo. Just stand on the shit though, right? Y'all don't explain away none of my shit. Why I can't get none of my shit explained away? All right, you get this shit explained away. She best
ain't no break.
Ain't no
break.
Hey, when he said the difference is Caucasian, he said that too. Caucasians. He said all that. Straight head.
I'm crafty, but I ain't that crafty now.
I'll give him an excuse.
And again, Kent, you're talking about we talked about this in the Discord just earlier, briefly.
Right.
We're talking about a span of about 5,000 years, right? So that population, in terms of the numbers of the different types of people that were there, right? It varied over that 5,000 year span.
Right.
So you have to take
Right.
that into the account, right? People,
Hey,
places,
Ken.
right?
Yeah.
Now let
and
Brandon
then-
finish.
and
Hold
then-
on, let Brandon
No,
finish.
I'm fine.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
just want to
Corey.
point out to Kent though, and I keep pointing this out to you, Kent, right?
Mhm.
That the population has a more significant West African population in there than they did then back then. Now, you see what I'm
You
saying?
say that one more time. Run that back one more time.
Makes sense, Corey.
The West African population in the Egypt area, in that area, in that region over there, is more significant now than it was then.
Makes sense, don't it, bro?
And then, but look at the population.
Yeah,
And
airports.
look at what y'all saying about the population.
Who?
So listen. Did you soak that in though, Ken? I just want to make sure you soak that up, right? The population now. Listen to me, Ken.
Get it?
No,
Go
because
Go ahead. He said my name.
I
said my
say
name
things,
twice.
and it seems like he didn't soak it up.
When he say your name more than one time, you already know he on that level.
I'm not. Nah,
Here come a Corey rant.
Here you go.
I just want to make sure.
I hear you, my brother.
You know what I mean?
I hear you,
We're
my
the
brother.
first to break out with Egyptian mania today, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I have a question. I don't know if I should ask it though. When you say the then, you say.
Let me read the source first.
Go ahead.
Let Brandon ask that question, man. That's an important question.
No. Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to get sidetracked.
I'm talking about at the height.
We only got an hour. We only have an hour.
Only got an hour. Yeah, hold on. Let me get this. I got a half an hour. Hold on. Let me show a source. All right, let me start that. Who the hell fell out? Oh, that was Vance. All right, here we go. Okay, this source, right? All right. This the source. Which one I'm gonna show? All right, boom. All right, yep, here we go. I'm gonna come to Wikipedia, right? And I'm gonna show this. Wikipedia article, Nile Valley Civilizations, right? Okay. All right. Article probably need to be better written. Here you go. It says the term Nile Valley civilization is sometimes used in Afrocentrism and Pan-Africanism to group a number of integrated and interlocking regional distinct cultures that formed along the length of the Nile Valley, from its headwaters in Ethiopia, Egypt, Sudan, to its mouth in the Mediterranean Sea. Now, what in the hell would be wrong with that?
I read that to you 2 years ago, huh?
No, and that's when you realized that you was joking me wrongly.
No, I wasn't joking.
Yeah, you was like, that's a Black Atheism thing. But they actually did make it up though.
Say, Corey, that paragraph hasn't changed.
No.
No, hold on. So y'all saying this is wrong?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying nothing.
Hold on. So hold on. Let me finish.
2 years ago. That's all.
That's fine. Look, look at this, yo. Introduced around 1970. See, this is a Black thing right here, y'all. It was popularized by Ivan Van Suderman in the 1990s, right? 1980s, and saw wide use in Afrocentric publications during the 1990s. What's this? Futus Ugagu. I don't know who. I can't say that. I don't know what that is. Ugambulam.
Yeah, you already know.
We need Asar Imhotep to pronounce that word.
That's an automatic red flag. If you can't read their name, that's an automatic red flag right there.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I got a notepad. I got to take a notepad out, Corey. I got a file open.
Hold on. Towards the understanding of African experience from historical and contemporary perspective, University Press. Then you got 1990, Renuke Rushidi, Introduction of Studies of African Classical Civilizations. 1992, Arthur McCrae, and then The Black Presence in the Bible, Discovering the Black and African Identity and Biblical Personalities and Nations. Uban Ministries Incorporated, right? Okay, so this term here, then the one source right here, introduced around 1970, right? Okay, boom. Dr. Ben Yohanan, African Origins, Major Western Religion, African American Heritage Series, Akabulan books. All right, so you got to give credit to these brothers right here. See, they think you're really joking, but they was actually spot on with it. Later on, you would get jokes for calling it Nile Valley Civilization. That's called Egyptomania. I just want to show that source right there, right?
What did the source say? What was the conclusion? What was your point in the source?
Is that black people from the Caribbean and in America, black authors, black historians use the term Nile Valley Civilization, and they use it correctly. They actually used it, they was right. And I'm gonna show you why.
Okay, because now a few people use that term.
Now they all use it. No, nope. Let me go to the next source. Let's see.
Let's see what the next source say.
Let's see what the next source say. Watch this. Let's go to Cambridge real quick. Let's see if Cambridge uses it.
And I don't gotta argue about everything. Like I'm just saying, I can let you have it, but I just want to see. I want to see what the source saying.
Here you go.
I still feel the same way.
Cambridge University Press. Here you go. AFAD 23 settlement structure and paleo environment in the terminal Pleistocene of the Middle Nile Valley, Sudan. See, Nile Valley. See, Sudan, right? They're using Nile Valley. They use this name. This is what they've become comfortable with because they understand now the deep roots of quote unquote Egypt.
I swear to God, that's
Here you go. Let me read this.
Let's read
this. Relax.
I'm not comfortable
with it. I swear to God,
that's make my point real quick.
You ought to be ashamed.
You woke up. You woke.
Read the point. Can I just read the point?
Go ahead, because I'm just telling you right now, I'm uncomfortable. But maybe you can. I got confidence.
Of course, you're going to be uncomfortable with this right here. It says unusual good preservation has left the remains of pits and post holes, indicating the construction of temporary shelters and specialized functional zones. It says the AFAD 23 community usually exploited a wide range of riverine resources and created a highly organized seasonal camp adjacent to convenient resource-rich hunting grounds. All right, so they created structures here around 16,000 years ago, okay, in the Nile Valley, in Sudan, the Middle Nile. That's all I'm saying. That's not, listen, bro, you don't let the mania get you.
That's one of the ones, you know what? Fine, I'm gonna let you roll with that.
You woke up the Archbishop with that one. You woke him up. I heard the coffin open.
Listen, so what do you think I'm trying to? What do you think I'm trying to?
Hear the Archbishop.
Okay, so go ahead. So hold on, Corey. Corey, explain to us what you think just happened. I seen that made Chef thing unmute real quick.
Yeah.
What do you think? Hold on. What do you think I'm saying?
Yeah, he been waiting.
Hold on. What do you think? What do you actually think I'm saying? Right? And how would you like to frame it? Ladies and gentlemen, this will be Egyptomania. He just can't let that go. But watch the Egyptomania come. Go ahead. Explain.
No, I don't have a problem with that article, right? But the way that you're framing it, it's just, I'm just not comfortable with the way you
frame it your way. Yeah, frame it your way. How would you like to frame that?
The article you read before.
Was that wrong?
Said that was Blackology, right?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It clearly said that.
Right. Listen.
Go ahead.
So watch this. That because they have been affected by Egyptomania to say that shit. See, when Europeans use it, listen, just hear me out. When I read it in Harvard and Yale and Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
Nobody says that. When you go to Wikipedia now, because some black people came up with it, it's all that negative shit.
You did not just read the same thing, bro.
Okay,
listen,
go ahead, Chef.
That did not say the same thing. I swear. Now you might have another source that you can read. You might can checkmate me after this. But the two things that you just read did not say the same thing. So go ahead and checkmate me now.
Okay.
But on that, what you just read, my nigga.
Got you. Everybody free.
On.
This is an example of Egyptomania at low level. It's not there yet, right? I'm simply saying that the use of the term Nile Valley. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
one said Nile Valley. The first one said Nile Valley civilization. Cambridge talked about the Nile Valley. That's two different things. But continue.
I even pointed out.
See, you woke him up. Chef is a full-blown vampire. Can't come out in the daylight or anything. He's gonna kill it right off the bat.
Hey, Bernie, you
woke
had a
him
question
up.
earlier. Hey, Bernie, you had a question earlier. Yo, you ever got that out?
What was I gonna ask? You guys go ahead. I'll see if I can remember my question.
I really wanted to get to that question. Go ahead. Whenever y'all.
I remember it now. I remember it now. Go ahead. You go ahead, and I'll forget my question.
Hold on, let me get this straight. Hold on. Hold on, not yelling. Just for the record. Hold on, just for the record. Because the word civilization is there, that messes up the whole word Nile Valley. Y'all serious, right?
Well, let me tell you.
That makes a difference, right?
Hold on, Corey.
It didn't say Nile Valley civilization. It said Middle Nile something, right?
Nile
in the
Valley.
context?
It say Middle
Nile Valley.
Right. So the emphasis is on Nile Valley.
Okay.
Right. And so the elders said Nile Valley civilization. So y'all trying to say there weren't Nile Valley civilization on Nile? So I'm saying that's the piece. It just won't let you say it. I'm not saying anything. So y'all looking for the word civilization there. So you saying these cultures that lived in the Nile.
Let's read the first source again.
Right, the first source is. I'm saying the meaning comes and clogs our mind, and we will all go over some shit.
No, read that first source again and stop playing.
I told you, I knew it was gonna break out.
You gotta knock it off at some point.
Here you go. Look, right. Here you go. The term Nile Valley civilizations. So you saying since they added the word civilizations, it discounts the Nile Valley.
Yeah, now you get it. It's called comprehension. That's what you're saying. You gotta put the whole term together because that's what they're explaining in this article. Now, what you just read about go ahead, fuck it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to show you the mania here, ladies and gentlemen.
We're looking at what's highlighted in big bold black. The big bold black highlight. See that?
Is Ethiopia civilization on the Nile? Yes or no? Yes or no?
On the Nile.
Corey and Chef is an expert.
Valley civilization for me, please.
Hold on. Is Egypt a civilization on the Nile? Yes or no?
Fuck it. Yes.
Is the Sudan a civilization on the Nile? Yes or no?
Listen.
Hey, hold up. Hold up. They not answering. I need y'all to answer a yes or a no for that. Cause y'all going hard for the last 2-3 years.
Saying, listen to what
it gotta be a yes.
In terms of the Nile Valley civilization definition that was put forth by Ivan Van Sertima and these guys.
Brendan, you gotta let them. No, Brendan, they gotta answer that.
This is their definition.
Why the fight, Brendan? What's the see? Our Egyptian.
Hold up. Oh, you ain't never let them answer, huh? They gotta answer.
Yeah, they won't. Go ahead and let me shut up. I ain't gonna let mine get me. Go ahead.
No.
I agree.
Go ahead, Corey. Corey's about to say something.
I'm saying the source is saying something about that already. So that's all I'm saying about it. That's all I'm just saying what the source is saying. That's it.
But what is the Cambridge source saying? Okay, we just read that again. What is the Cambridge source saying?
Is that a yes or a no, Corey? That's a yes or a no.
A yes or a no to what? Was it a civilization that lived on the Nile Valley? Yeah, that's fine.
A lot of different civilizations were on the Nile, right?
I know. So they put the word civilization there. Is that not?
But when you say,
what was?
Can the pseudo killers read?
We wanna.
Can the pseudo killers read, Joe? Can we read? Oh, we having
Yes or no? Yes or no, chef? Yes or no,
expose
chef?
ourselves?
Yeah. Hold on. Yes or no? Yes or no, chef?
Expose ourselves as illiterate, Joe?
Yes or no, chef?
Yes or no, chef?
Is Egyptomania about to expose
All
us
that
as being
extra shit.
illiterate? at
All
this
that
point, Joe?
extra shit. All that extra shit. But yes or no? Yes or no, chef?
I knew I
That's
could-
all he
Yes
asked.
or no to what? Kid, what are you talking about?
See, don't nobody look. Egyptian man.
What's the yes or no question though?
Because if you don't, it's gonna look like if you don't say yes.
You don't even know what you asked,
huh?
Ask the question. Ask the question again.
Was it civilizations on the Nile?
Because I'm clear that we
you
just
know.
read
Help
two
us out.
different articles that's saying two different things.
That's
I'm just
fine though.
saying
I
they're
know.
saying the same thing.
But they are
They not.
Okay, let me show you how they're saying the same thing. Watch this. In Egyptian
Nile Valley civilization was the article of the Afrocentrists. It was a term created by Afrocentrists talking about that. The Cambridge shit said Nile Valley. It didn't say Nile Valley civilization. Read the definition.
Something in the middle now in the Pleistocene.
The first one and read it, yo.
What was going on with that second source?
What you want to see, Brendan?
I want to pull up that second source because there were a couple keywords I think we breezed over.
I got you. Hold on. All right, let's see. Brendan gonna bring the time. I'm saying for me, I'm saying, so you saying when Cambridge say Nile Valley, they mean something completely different than when a nigga say Nile Valley civilization.
No, I just want to get I just want to get the context.
I'm
thinking
yes to that.
Okay, so what
you can have the Nile Valley without Nile Valley civilization. You can have a Nile Valley, right? Without Nile Valley civilization, they are two different things. I'm saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the brothers are saying there's some baggage that comes with Nile Valley civilizations and air quotes.
Some baggage.
All right, here we go.
That comes with that. They're not comfortable with that baggage.
Okay.
Let's go back to the original source, though. Yeah.
Let's go.
There we go.
We get into the meat. We get into the meat.
All right. Right. So hold on. Let's go to the topic or it says settlement structures and
by the way, I just got my
paleo environments in the terminal Pleistocene of the Middle Nile, Sudan. What is the terminal Pleistocene? What is that?
That's the Stone Age, Pleistocene, right before the
so that's the
Miocene.
Okay, so the paleo environments in the terminal Pleistocene. Okay, so is that like the end of the Pleistocene?
Yes,
I guess.
yes.
Okay,
yes, that's it. Terminal
of the middle Nile Valley.
Nile Valley,
Sudan. So they're talking about in the Sudan, right? Yep. Settlement structures in. Okay, all right. In the end of the Stone Age end of the Stone Age in Sudan. So that was a very complex title. You have to just break that title down. What are they saying in that title? Okay. All right.
Then they hit developments in the Middle Nile Valley. They just talking about the Nile Valley, bro. So when you're talking about the valley, right? And you say Nile Valley civilization, you're talking about the civilizations, right? Distinct civilizations, and they named it, but they still can't watch this. No matter what you say, there's no getting around it.
Did they call it a civilization, right?
Show me.
There you say sedentary and no, that's cultivation. It's not civilization.
So look, the article is saying they're referring to the Ethiopia, Egypt, Sudan.
That's what the blackologist is.
I'm saying, but they're not wrong. Listen,
they call in the Mediterranean area the Nile Valley area. That's what they say right.
Did we have civilizations in the Stone Age? Let me get a question. Did humans have civilizations in the Stone Age?
Nah, not well, depending on what you're trying to call civilizations, but nah, they had, it's depending on what you want to call a civilization. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's a point. That's a point, right? Because they were talking about the Stone Age.
This is the Walking Dead. You walking around.
No, I just wanted to see.
I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna step out of it. No,
listen, the point I wanted to really prove here is that
I'm stepping out of it too. I'm gonna let
because here's the point I want to make. You will see everybody get super technical, right? When we all know the real emphasis of any clearly thinking people was simply saying that area between the Mediterranean all the way down to Khartoum is a Nile Valley civilization. That's it.
No,
Not
and
saying
you know
what
why
color
I
is.
object to that? You know, go ahead, but I'm just
The
gonna say
Wikipedia article is simply highlighting civilizations on the Nile, right? The
fine.
Cambridge thing talks about the Nile Valley, right? And Sudan in the Pleistocene period. But I'm trying to tell you that this you don't start the Africanness, that I ain't even get you the African part yet, but just the whole Nile Valley thing. I'm saying that's what they doing now. They talk about the Nile Valley. They're not talking Mediterranean anymore. Its emphasis is on the Nile Valley. That's my whole point. So that's all the elders was doing, put emphasis on the Nile Valley and leaving out the Mediterranean portion of it. So I'm saying that the study of focus now is the Nile Valley cultures or Nile Valley civilizations, or Egypt and its deep African roots in the Nile Valley. It's the same thing. It shouldn't be a 35-minute argument over technicalities on that. That's my whole point. But Egyptomania will make us argue over a point when we all know that Egypt is on the Nile.
So you saying
and it don't got to be the same.
You're saying the wiki article is wrong then, right?
No, the wiki article is lagging behind because they basically trying to be funny, saying how these Afrocentrics. But the truth is, they're just simply saying basically the same thing that any Cambridge article would talk about. They talk about cultures on the Nile Valley. That shouldn't be up for a joke. See how they take advantage of that. And I just wanted to show that. How was that a problem? Was they wrong? No, they wasn't. Nowhere near was they wrong. Now, if we start getting into the black this and all that, then there's points of contentions. That is my part. That's my point of view.
Listen, I'm not mad at them for making up a term, right? I'm not
okay,
mad.
but we're gonna move on.
Look, you know how I set it up, what I'm gonna say is that term.
But yeah, I like Wingro. I like Wingro and Eric's when Christopher Eric, when they talk about the Nile Valley civilizations, right? And some of their work, right? They do a really great job in it. So I'm with you, but I just have some contention in terms of that particular Cambridge article, right?
But it's
there's plenty out there that does tie the thread that you're making. So I'm with you. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, for sure.
Well, let me see you tie the thread. Let me see academia call it Nile Valley civilization.
Yeah, the problem is the term civilization.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm trying to
hold up.
What's up, Sos?
What's up, Sos?
Good.
At the end of the day,
Sosa? I know you hear you come.
The problem is the word, the problem is the word civilization.
Go ahead and give them some life. Like, give them some what you say.
No, so the problem is the word civilization.
Oh, the problem is the word.
We'll switch from.
Hold up.
We'll say, we'll change. We'll switch from civilization to culture.
We was getting out the mud.
You know what I'm saying? There was civilization. All they saying that there was culture on the Nile Valley. They said the same thing as civilization. Nah, that's not.
I don't think that's the same thing.
It ain't the same thing.
Yeah. Culture and civilization is not. Yeah.
The words have meaning.
I think we was getting to a beautiful point, and then you threw us back in the mud, yo.
I think that was very clear. I think that was very clear.
So look. At the end of the day, why should we give a fuck about Egypt?
Yeah. See, that's Egyptomania statement.
Oh, I'm gonna get you on that. Listen, just chill out. I got you. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Don't worry about it.
I didn't misrepresent.
Can y'all answer my question? Hold on, answer my question.
You misrepresented it or you misread it. Either you misrepresented it or you misread it.
My question, bro.
I'm gonna answer your question. I got you.
Hold on, Ken.
All right. Sosa got me.
Hold on, Ken.
Right,
either way, it's a miss in that motherfucker. Either he misrepresented or misread. Either way, it's a miss, motherfucker. Let's get that clear.
All right, bro. Hey, I'm cool. All right, misrepresented. All I said, one source talked about how these Afrocentric writers simply named the goddamn Sudan, Egypt, and to the mouth of the goddamn Mediterranean, Nile Valley civilization. Then I went to an actual source that was talking about the Nile Valley and Sudan. That's all I did. I just wanted to show the audience hold on, how Egyptomania immediately breaks out. I wasn't saying nothing. I didn't say it matched up. I'm simply saying that term Nile Valley, right, is in fashion now. That's all I was trying to say.
It always been. You gotta
Yo, y'all ain't answer my question.
Listen, hold on. Do you think Afrocentrists are the first ones to start using the
okay, you want to argue that? I just told you. It said they start using Nile Valley civilization.
Nile Valley, one word, one is Nile Valley.
The civilization part.
One is Nile Valley, and the other term is Nile Valley civilization.
Hey, Chef, why you let me get you off your meds, yo?
His phone, like his phone messing up and everything.
Hey, bro, relax, bro. Come on,
your phone messing up
right
now.
Louder you get,
because you be dishonest.
I didn't. No, I'm not being dishonest. Y'all ain't talk about it.
The louder Chef gets, more fucked up his mic gets.
I'm being dishonest.
Runs deep. And
I'm
Chef is trying to clean that up. He's trying to clean that out.
I'm not trying to clean them up. Hey, hold on.
Before, here's what we doing.
That's the problem.
Uncle's talking about Uncle saying pancake and then keto pancake.
Hey, look,
and they acting like he ain't saying keto pancake. It's the same thing.
Hey, Sosa, how they cut you off? Hold up, Sosa. How they cut you off? How they cut you off when you was about to answer my question, Sosa? They ain't even ask my question.
Listen, I get to speak.
Please answer my question,
man. Listen, man. The Greeks and the Romans, look, they celebrate the greatness of Rome, and I would be goddamn if I'm gonna let you Negropeans
we need something to celebrate.
Not to celebrate Egypt. Egypt is
we need something.
Teach,
bro. Okay, so that's why we fucking with Egypt, because we need something to celebrate.
Yeah, that's what I learned there from my aunt, man. Like I'm just saying.
Look here, man. Yo, I ain't laid not nary brick on that motherfucking Egyptian pyramid, yo. That's they that's their shit. That's what they did. That's their accomplishment. Big up to them. Why should I feel?
Tell them about the sub-Saharan component.
Why should I feel any kind of inspiration?
Go ahead and set it off.
Any kind of inspiration
for that? About the sub-Saharan component over there.
I don't know where I'm coming from, because we all Homo sapiens. So why should I feel any inspiration specifically for the Egyptian that built the pyramid? And I know that ain't what you're trying to say, though, right?
Nah, I'm saying if human beings period can gain inspiration from it, you ain't gotta be mad at that. That's crazy. It's only Egyptomania make you get mad at it. I'm gonna prove it, yo. It's an underlying something.
Oh man,
it's something there, yo. Listen.
I know where you gonna go.
I thought about that shit. I said, yo, let's get into the Egyptomania article. I'm gonna prove it to you. Watch this. So, okay, y'all got super technical. We use the word civilization. They just use Nile Valley. Chef said they've been saying Nile Valley. But let me tell you what never was in fashion, using the word Egypt and African civilization. Now, anybody want to debate me on that? No, y'all don't. Because I remember a time where it was downright bananas if you said Egypt was an African civilization. I'm telling you now, that's what they say now. Right? There's no.
It's become more
around it. They talk about the Mediterranean. Hold on, let me finish. I know you're gonna overturn it.
No, I agree.
And okay, in the 60s and the 70s, you couldn't say Africa. They was like, what? That was a fight. African civilization. Now, that's what they say.
I disagree now.
And they give you the complete context of what they're saying, right? But they wouldn't.
I disagree with that shit.
It was a fight for some. You know what I mean?
I disagree right now.
See,
that wasn't the consensus.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead. Give me a disagreement. Go ahead.
I just disagree with that. That's just terrible. I mean, who African?
Huh?
What is it? I mean, nobody's. Y'all gotta stop this. Yeah, because y'all still use this word, this term.
No, you saying yo. Why don't you go call up Cambridge and tell them that, yo?
Well, Cambridge.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying Cambridge.
I'm gonna give you the phone number.
I'm saying if Cambridge is using the term the way you throwing it around.
I didn't throw it around. I did not just say Egypt is an African civilization.
Well,
how am I doing? That's your mania, bro. See?
No, I'm just keeping
I'm throwing it around. So what am I doing wrong? Explain to us what Unga's doing, by saying.
Hey, Chef said something to me earlier about what you was doing. He said, I asked Chef, I said, I fuck with what y'all saying, but only thing I'm like is why y'all disagreeing with the experts. And Chef said something like, yo, we don't disagree with the experts. We only disagree when Unc's trying to make a point using what the experts saying or some shit like that. It was something like that. Like, Chef, how you gonna say that shit?
No, he missed.
All right, here you go. Look, watch this. Here you go.
Let me tell you what would have happened if Unc was in court, right?
No, hold on.
If Unc was a lawyer in court, the judge would want to have him approach the bench because he's leading the witness. That's what he does. He leads the witness, right?
Crazy.
And that's illegal.
He'll be in contempt. He'll be in contempt a million occasions.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I'm leading the witness. Right. Once again.
All right. We get to the bottom of it.
Listen, we're in the Brooklyn Museum. Watch this. Watch how the mania break out, ladies and gentlemen. It say located.
Man, is you bringing this again?
Yeah, see, that's one. That's one.
We knew this was coming.
See that? Y'all see it, right?
Nah, let him get it off. Let him get it off, Corey.
Hold on. It
Corey,
says located on African.
Don't get scared, Corey. Let him get it off.
Is nevertheless.
This is hilarious.
You said something. You said that you don't like the way I use the word African. Somebody else said I'd be in contempt of court and leading the witness. Well, let's see what they're saying. Let's see if they're saying what I'm saying. Let's see. Watch how your mania won't let you see. Watch this. Look, located on the African continent, Egypt is nevertheless often perceived as being part of the Near East. They should have put your name in that, Corey, right there. They should have put Corey's name right there. It say while its ties with various Near Eastern cultures, in both ancient and modern times, are well established. See, this is what you keep saying, bro. You say this, but then you alleviate. Hold on. So listen, no expert is not saying that, bro. And anybody that's going against this, that's a non-expert, is trash. Because they're saying that while its ties to various Near Eastern cultures in both ancient and modern times are well established. Egypt's deep, see that word?
Well established.
Roots, right? Look, it says deep African roots. Why would they have to emphasize deep African roots? Because they leading the witness. See, if I said it, I'm leading the witness. Africa's deep African roots and profound religious, artistic, and linguistic connections to other African cultures. They don't really mean African, have often been overlooked. See, that's all that it's saying. It's a alternative theories regarding the origins of Quranic civilization, often guided by racist assumptions, have omitted the African context altogether and instead proposed, and I'm done, ideas ranging from invading white race, right? We know a guy keeps saying that, and extraterrestrials. So I'm just making a point. I'm gonna come up out of that, bro. So please tell me how they leading the witness, yo. What do you mean? I thought they were saying the same thing I'm saying. Where am I wrong, Corey? Don't let your mania kill you.
You're wrong.
You read that out of context. You read that out of context.
Yeah, you wrong.
Don't put it in this right context for me. Listen.
First, you tried to tie Cambridge to the Afrocentric term Nile Valley civilization. When Cambridge used the words Nile Valley. You failed right there miserably, and we caught your crazy ass. Now,
I'm crazy ass. See, I ain't gonna jump out the tank on him. I ain't jumping.
You saying that civilization was a big difference.
I called them crazy. Hold on. Yes, it was actually a big difference.
Because it's a term. Because it's a term, right?
I called
Okay.
It's one. Those words were used together, right? Nile Valley civilization. That was the term coined by Afrocentrics, right? Now but I already explained that. Can't stop it. You just threw me off my point. But anyway, I called Unc crazy. I call Unc crazy because we already established that Egyptomania is a form of it could be clinically motherfucking crazy. You feel me? It drives people crazy. So when I called you crazy ass, I mean because you are a Egyptomaniac at this point. Okay. You feel me? And you driving other people on the panel crazy with this nonsense. You gotta stop.
Okay, so boom, hold up.
Do you guys want to do some real live database searches? Let's go to an academic database and let's see what pulls up Nile Valley civilization.
Go ahead, pull it up. Let's go.
Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do that. Hold on. Let me get this.
So while he's pulling that up,
that wasn't the point. Hold on, Brendan.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious right now.
He should have did that. He brought the Cambridge, and he tried to convince us that shit was saying the same thing as the Wikipedia article, and it was
not a problem.
Good point. So look, we ain't running away from nothing around here, right?
Yeah,
we ain't running away from nothing. So
your credibility,
hold up, Corey.
Can't say we ain't running away. You in the car?
I'm talking about we. I'm talking
about
listen to how people talk, kid. You say we ain't running.
I'm talking about so
who driving the car, kid? You driving the I'm driving. Let me know.
I'm talking about we as the pseudo killers don't run from nothing. Whether it be Shepard, Corey, or whether it be
Let me know if you guys can see and read what I've got up here.
I'm sitting
before I do it.
Let me finish what I was asking.
Hey Ken, everybody's gonna rewind this show, and I'm saying I'm not putting anything on that. Remember, I said that to be on purpose. I said I'm not saying anything.
Civilizations
that they say Nile Valley civilization here, and they say Nile Valley here, and I said cultures that they mentioned because they was talking about Sudan and such, they are civilizations, right? And I said so they're using Nile Valley. The point I was making is that we will argue about anything. I wasn't trying to make nothing. I just simply showed two sources. Y'all start making connections. That was a social experiment for me. I had nothing on that. I just knew we could break out in an argument for any goddamn thing because it's Egyptomania. But go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, do you see a difference in the civilization? So he said Nile Valley, right?
Yeah.
And one said Nile Valley civilization.
Of course.
They're saying that it's a big difference in that. Do you see that?
Yeah,
I'm the nigga with the check.
I just showed
I want to make it clear. I'm not on either side. I'm the nigga with the checker flag on standing at the end of the goddamn finish line.
No, I wasn't trying to make no point. I just wanted to show you. I did it on purpose. I showed the elders talked about Egypt in terms of Nile Valley civilizations, right? Which is absolutely correct, but won't nobody give them that point. Then I showed you something else. I knew y'all was gonna bite. That ain't the same. I knew y'all was gonna say that. I personally didn't care. I just wanted to show y'all two separate things. I said Cambridge uses the word Nile Valley. I said our elders talked about Nile Valley civilizations. What's the issue? And y'all spit it out. I knew I could get y'all with it. That shouldn't even be a issue. I didn't make no points off of it. I just showed y'all that.
The Green Sahara, do you consider the Green Sahara civilization? The people
before we move there.
Yeah, I don't know. Not quite. What you think?
Let's
I don't know.
Let's see where academia. Let's see where academia uses the term Nile Valley civilization, right?
Right now, bro.
All right.
But I'm just saying how you get crucified for saying Nile Valley civilization.
Hey,
that's the point.
Chef said
not at all.
Chef said it was a big difference. Chef said it was
I know. What's the big difference, yo? Was they wrong though? See?
Right. So this is about the broadest search term that I can use, right? So I'm gonna do this all fields of academia, right? All disciplines, languages, and everything. So we just start to say Nile Valley is basically a blanket. Let's see where it's at. It's Nile Valley civilizations, right? And I guess one of the first ones says proceedings of the Nile Valley Conference in Atlanta.
That's
one of the first ones, right?
Oh man!
But hold on, we're of course it would flag because I think he coined the phrase, right? Yeah. So it looks like we got civilizations we don't want to mix it up, right? Because civilizations in the Nile is different than Nile Valley civilizations, right? So
word of it is different.
Yeah, because I want to see the term, the exact term.
All right, go ahead.
That's some tricky shit right there.
I want to see Nile Valley civilization.
Yeah, you there? Keep going. Let me see.
You already got it in there. You already got that in there. Boom. Highlight the whole thing and hit search.
Okay, so Nile Valley civilization here. This is the first one. That's that guy. No, it's got to be it's some additional. What about? No, I don't like that because it's not giving me everything. All right, so I see yo. Okay. Let's go through all of them. There's not that many here. So early Egypt, the rise of civilization in the Nile Valley. Spencer A. Jeffrey. I'm not sure exactly this guy. You guys familiar with this particular author?
No, not at all.
Yeah, but that's not even saying the same thing.
It says the rise of civilization in the Nile.
Yeah, that's a book Smash was talking about. He read when he got confused with the.
Okay. So this is the same thing here. All right. Oh, we got Dr. Ben. We got Dr. Ben in here. Right.
Go ahead, hit that. Go ahead.
Yeah, we know what that is, right? So, so we don't have to go into that.
We don't have to go there.
All right. So we said the first 3,000 years, ancient civilizations. No, I'm not. We're not cherry picking. We're just doing a blanket sort of search. In terms of if you were doing some research inside of academia and you said, okay, well, I want to do some research on the term.
You ain't gonna hit Dr. Ben. I hear you.
You see, no, he's there. So I'm gonna hit. I gotta pull him in the blanket because it's there.
But you was like, yo, let's skip that.
But we know what that is because we're just doing the exercise right now.
Facts.
So these are the sources that you're gonna get. You're gonna get Van Sertima, right? You're gonna get this guy, the Smash guy. You're gonna get, Ben Yakinen, right?
Johannes.
Yeah, Johannes. This one looks a bit different. This is talking about the Tigris and Euphrates and all this. So that's a little bit different. I think this is different as well. It's talking about
it speaks a dynamic.
It's piecing it together. It's piecing it.
I'm talking about downwards. It was a new model and settlements in the Nile Valley.
Mm-hmm.
You start seeing distinctions and go ahead, keep going down.
Mm-hmm. This one's just Nile, right? This is just the Nile. That's not really useful. All right. What about civilizations and science?
And I feel like you just killed. I feel like
I don't think so. I think there's some.
I'm just reading off the titles.
Civilization and science in the Nile River Valley. All right, that's different. The Nile River Valley.
This is bad. This is
all right.
Horrible.
Let's see. Diachronic trends in the evolutions of civilizations. We're talking about civilizations in the Nile Valley, right? That's
I'm just saying. See how crazy he is, right?
That's similar. That's very similar, right?
Very similar.
Yeah. Civilizations in the Nile Valley.
Because
Nile Valley civilizations.
The civilization supposed to come after that, though. It ain't supposed to come before that. It's supposed to come after that.
Though? Hey, Ken, I never said nothing. Those early writers was writing what they were saying, and after that. Like how was wrong with saying that? How can I can't say?
Listen, I'm curious. What's the
you know what? At this point, I'm willing to let you have it.
Yeah, I ain't win. You act like I was going to do that.
I'm asking though for clarity though.
Look at this one. Look at this one. We got 15.
Okay.
Here's another direct hit. Nile Valley civilizations.
All right.
Who that?
Right?
Who wrote that? James Spady.
This is Diop.
All
right. So he's got this one. Boom, boom. You're gonna get those. These are just Nile Valley. Here's another Nile Valley civilization. So this is a Chinese source, right?
He don't count. He's Chinese.
Right? He says archaeological discoveries in Syria reveal ties between Mesopotamia, Mediterranean, Nile Valley civilizations. That might dagger you. I don't know. Hey, Corey, you might want to bookmark this one, right?
All
right.
Yeah, I hear it.
All right. So this is just the ancient Nile Valley. Right.
That's Nile Valley civilization.
Let's see. Yep.
So are we? So
let's talk about the question.
What's the oldest? What's the oldest civilization?
That's about it.
On the Nile Valley?
The rise of civilizations in the Nile Valley. That's a good one. Boom. This is Nature. This is Nature magazine.
So
I'm asking though, what's the oldest civilization on the Nile Valley?
I would say I would probably say Khartoum. I would go for that.
As a civilization. Now I'm the term I'm using now as a civilization.
I don't know, man. You know that's a tricky word. Like we're parameters.
Why is civilization?
Can't hear you, Chef.
Why is civilization a tricky word?
I don't know. Give me the definition. Let's go. Because you know that shit is based off of what they was doing. So come on, so that shouldn't be up.
Hey, Chef, your shit all fucked up, Chef.
Hey, Chef, Egyptomania
shit
got
fucking
you,
up.
they knew he was gonna try to mess it up, so they got
Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson came and got you, man.
Egypt is the oldest civilization on the Nile. I'm gone.
You made that up.
I hope y'all heard it.
Yeah, we heard you, brother. We don't agree, but we're not going to
Prove me wrong.
Egyptomania. You had to prove that one. He said Egypt was the oldest civilization on the Nile.
Yeah, because when you use the word, because now you're starting to differentiate culture from civilization.
How when Nubia and Egypt started at the same time, yo? What we saying here? A group, they ain't a civilization.
A group is way later. A group is 3800 BC.
Okay, what's Egypt?
Well, we're gonna use a Brooklyn Museum 4500. The Carter culture is 39. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
I'm using the Brooklyn Museum. I love that shit. I'm using that Brooklyn Museum. That's my shit.
Yeah, that's my shit right there.
Hey, man, shout out Reggie, man.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. I don't know what shit. All right, so here we go. Let me do this real quick. Here we go. Let's get right to the article at hand. Good one, Brendan. Though you proved that point. You see how quiet they got, Brendan. Nobody's saying nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to dismiss the Diop source as well offhand because we got to keep that one.
Yeah. So I wasn't even trying to make that point, but since y'all wanted to make it that point, y'all just lost that point. Just for the record. But I ain't gonna hype it up. But listen, y'all see how quiet everybody got. Listen. Crickets. Look, hear the crickets.
I still stand.
Chef,
I still stand the same.
Chef, your joke coming in fucked up.
It's crickets.
I still stand in the same position because civilization. The key word is civilization.
No, Brendan. Did you not find Nile Valley civilization there, Brendan? We got to see how they see their Omania, Egyptomania won't let them see what we just read. See? Brendan, they actually thinking that you showed stuff that had the word wrong. No, he actually showed sources that said Nile Valley civilizations. I thought we all seen that. But I'm gonna let y'all have that. We'll do the replay on this.
Yeah, that's not to confuse and say that nobody ever used the term Nile Valley.
Now they back.
I mean, we gotta be accurate on what we say.
No, we said it's not. Y'all made it a thing where they don't even use that in academia. I wasn't even trying to make that point. But then Brendan went and got it and found that. See, and I don't know how we forget. Like I just wanted to do a thought experiment. So let's get you
the context don't matter. Go ahead.
Context absolutely matters.
Go ahead.
Yes, it absolutely matters. But I wasn't trying to put anything on it. Remember, I said that. I said I'm not putting nothing on that. I just wanted to see we could just basically argue about anything. But watch this. Here we go. This is fun right here. Let's see what we fit in with the Egyptomania itself. There you go. All right. So right here, look. So what was Egyptomania? Okay, Egyptomania refers to a period of renewed interest in the culture of ancient Egypt, sparked by Napoleon's Egyptian campaign. So Napoleon went to Egypt with scientists. Let me see, it should be here somewhere. Here you go. Many scientists and scholars during this campaign, accompanied by many scholars and scientists. So he went there and was digging it up, right? And it sparked interest, the same interest that the African American had. So this Egyptomania is not new, right? So you got cultures, you got science, you got it's spirit and science. Let's see what this is real quick. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Craniology is the study of the human cranium that claim to be able to determine individual intelligence and character. Egyptian mummies serve as an abundant source of object of study. Skull craniology was especially important with regards to the question of whether the Egyptians were black or white. A debate led in light of justification of slavery. See that? Told you, at the crust of this is Egyptomania. Craniometrics was especially important with regards to the question whether the Egyptians were black or white. A debate led in light of the justification for slavery. That's crazy. It says the key figure for this period seemed to be Samuel Morton, who founded the American School of Ethnology. It say he put forward the theory of paleogenesis, right? That means Homo sapiens sapiens have different origins, right? White people got different origins, black people different origins, claiming that that there is not one but several human races who are hierarchical order, with white at the top and blacks at the bottom, the end of the scale. But he used these scales, the quote unquote, he's saying he kind of proved that point. My point is, the crux of the argument, the debate, right, was the justification for slavery. Morton is considered the father of scientific racism. Crazy right here. Bananas. Now watch this. Egypt occupies special location between, here you go. Let me see how many of y'all agree with this. I want y'all to weigh in. I agree with this statement. Egypt occupies a special location between historical and geographical regions. According to Richard White, right, Egypt is not easily placed within Africa or Asia or within the East or the West. Therefore, it seems as if Egypt is everybody's past. The figure of Egypt has been an important point of reference in the development of national identity in the Western world. Let me say this again. The figure of Egypt has been an important point of reference in the development of national identity in the Western world. See, though these processes of identity formation are complex and involve many factors. So in the Western world, they use Egypt, right, as a process of formation for complex involved factors to help them, reach identity. And read it again. The figure of Egypt has been an important point of reference in the development of national identity in the Western world. But don't let the African American do it. You get people howling and screaming off the roof. Egyptomania. That's crazy to me. It says that racial identity is central to these processes, particularly in the United States. There were emerging senses of distinct national identity, and increasing conflicts over slavery, where inseparably linked to the first half of the 19th century. Let me read this again real clear. It says racial identity is central to these processes, particularly in the United States, where the emerging sense of a distinct national identity and the increasing conflict over slavery were inseparably linked in the first half of the 19th century. Man, wow. Let me see.
But what do you get from that? What do you get from that?
Oh man.
Because that's what I'm saying. All right, go ahead, speak up.
No, because I think we had a real profound point, and this was several weeks ago, and we talked about the West. When we talk about the West, we're talking about United States, but the West encompasses both Europe, Greece, Rome, all those the Europe as well, right? So in the United States, right, we talk about our influence that comes from the West, right? Our Egyptian influence comes as almost an indirect influence, right? Because the direct influence happened over in Rome, Greece, in ancient Europe. They had the direct influence, right, from Egypt, right? And then our influence from Europe, right? The Greek influence, the Roman influence, and all that stuff, right, had an influence on the West over here in the United States, right? So I think we have a sort of an indirect influence, right, from Egypt. It doesn't come, I don't think it comes from the West African, I guess you would say, lineage that way, culturally, right? It comes from that the link that it had through Greece, Rome, and all that stuff. That's how the United States got its cultural link to the West in terms of Egypt. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Where you at, Corey? I'm gonna get the Pascal Beverly Randolph.
Go ahead. I just was saying that where you read how they were, the national identity and all of that, how that comes out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying too?
Yeah.
So like, I mean that's saying a lot too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we can go into whatever you're doing.
No, I'm doing it with y'all. I ain't got no preconceived. I'm just reading, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I had to just catch myself, right? Because it's crazy.
So the whole racial thing, right? Mm-hmm. They saying that was influenced. You know, they getting all that influence in the whole national identity shit. They getting that's an influence from Egypt. Right?
Crazy. Egyptomania, yo. That's the title of this article I'm reading. So my
point I want to make is, what does that say about the Egyptians though? Like what
so
you know that what does that say about who the Egyptians were?
Man, I think the fact that they couldn't necessarily figure out, I think the mystery of it is you know how when something is mysterious, that's when it's the greatest. Once you figure out what the fuck it is, then it loses all its shine. So I think at this point they was trying to figure out what it was. They was making all kind of notions and like just period, right? So it was very ancient, very mysterious. Like I said, they had plenty of archaeology dealing with Mesopotamia.
Mysterious.
Yeah, very mysterious.
I think we better move on.
As soon as that's his red flag. That's another red flag.
Nah, y'all know mysterious thing, right? Nothing know it.
We know.
It means spooky. It means
everybody.
Spooky.
We don't know what mysterious means.
It might be a little
shut down the Pseudo Killas.
It might be a little.
I'm not hanging with niggas
to pull the
that
plug.
don't know what mysterious means.
It might be a little spooky.
Nah, man, I wasn't saying that. I was saying it was unknown. It was mysterious.
Right.
Like, they didn't know enough.
What's the word?
Understand what mysterious means.
Let me read this. Oh man, I had this word. Pascal Beverly Randolph crystallized the way in which Egypt served as a model for the new nation when he said, "For America, read Africa. For the United States, Egypt." 1863. Among the large variety of ethnic groups that form the population of the United States, the common denominator was being non-Black, being able to define oneself utilizing binaristic other. Historically, the attempt to scientifically establish the racial hierarchy as undertaken by the American School of Ethnology evoked an understanding of whiteness as the natural American national identity. It said the racial identity of Egyptian pharaohs was used expressly by the 19th century scientists such as, here you go, Samuel G. Morton, okay? It says, and his contemporaries to confine the contemporary American racial hierarchy. This hierarchy served proponents of slavery to justify the inhumane treatment of slaves and the denial of civil rights for any but white Americans. Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Yeah, and that's because they be having the niggas, the slaves on the wall.
Okay.
Am I lying?
Yeah, that's the way they characterize it. Yep.
I'm lying about that.
Nah, they was wrong. It's 2 left feet.
Yep. No, I'm saying, am I lying that they had niggas on the walls depicted as slaves?
Yeah, you wrong. Yep.
I'm wrong. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you wrong.
So Egyptomania is a pseudoscience. That's what you're sort of describing.
Absolutely. And everybody except
Egyptomania
is one of the.
Egyptomania is not
one of the
I want to say
pseudoscience.
It just
has components. It has component pieces of pseudoscience.
Yeah, it just refers to a period when people took interest in the shit and started basically shooting out in different directions, scientifically, unscientifically, fascination party, mummy rap parties, Comic-Con, Yeah,
There's a lot to it. It's a lot to it.
Hold on,
I just find it hard to believe that
black,
they didn't have
it's synonymous with
niggas
blackology.
Yo, hey, we're gonna have fun. Hold on, we're about to get all the way into this.
What about the Afrocentric thinkers? Right? Let's see those Afrocentric thinkers in the 19th century.
Yeah, them
you gotta clarify for me, man. I swear I seen niggas.
Concrete. I think
depicted.
he just said it's synonymous with blackology, yo. So Egyptomania is blackology.
No, I'm asking a different question, Ken.
No, everybody was trying to.
I'm asking a different question. I want to be clear, right? You're telling me that it's no niggas on the wall depicted as slaves.
No, they was prisoners of war.
Prisoners of war. They was also slaves.
Made my point. I'm saying all you gotta do is go get that wall and get somebody to read their glyph and let's see. I've been down that road before. Like they have not verified that Egypt even had.
Corey read them glyphs.
I made my statement. Watch this. I made my statement. Somebody got to stand up
because I can't let you breeze over that. I'm not letting you breeze over that.
Hold on. Listen. Like this is what I was talking about the other day when I came on live. All right, because I'm coming on as a person listening to the show, right? You don't really got to make it money like that. You know, y'all.
I'm not making it money. I made my point, and I made it clear. And I don't need nobody to stand up.
Because see, y'all was just gonna ride.
Like that ain't what I said. What I said was that they wasn't slaves. They was engulfed in a war, and that's what it is. Prisoners of war.
Listen,
that's my point.
What happened to the prisoners of war?
About all that, bro. I'm not even worried about all of that. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is because y'all was gonna ride past that. You just gave me a straight no without no nuance to it, right?
Always do that,
and that was cold blooded. So that's why I wanted to come back.
Yeah, I just said like, right? And he don't really be meaning no. That's why I've been trying.
Yeah, see, I don't
he don't really be meaning no, like no. He just wanna elaborate. Listen, so I'd be like, just elaborate.
I'm gonna elaborate on it. Well, I'm gonna elaborate on it. You will have some people say that Egypt had slaves, and some people say that they didn't. The scholars say they don't fucking know. That's what the scholars say. And what we do know is Egypt did not have a slave economy like Rome and Greece did. We know this to be a fact. You had paid workers. So no, for me, they did not have a slave trade like that. Rome did, Greece did,
slave trade,
and that's my point. They didn't have. Hold on,
but you know what my point is, though.
What's your point?
I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear because what I'm saying is these people that's looking at the wall, they wasn't reading the glyph at that point. Like this guy, Morton, yeah, he didn't.
Not Morton.
All he saw. This is what I'm saying. This is why they got the influence. I'm not talking about they read the Meta and they knew and they had the whole and they was part of the priesthood and all the rest of the bullshit. Look, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when they looked at the picture, they was doing lookership, and they saw niggas on the wall depicted as slaves. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Being depicted, bound and captured and taken back. But they don't.
They was depicted as slaves.
But there was
coated and sugared and everything else. How y'all want to do it? It is what it is.
Well, there was slavery in Egypt. Like that would be hard to find. Like it's different when you say, okay, was there slavery in Egypt? You can say yes. Did they have a slave economy? That's a different. Now we get into different dynamics, but they did.
Even when you look at,
so the experts not confused if they had slavery. There was slavery in Egypt, and they did have paid workers. But
it sounded like the in terms of what you guys just read, it sounds like whoever read or saw those images on the wall he used that somewhat as a justification as blacks as a slave caste, right? Which was big, was pseudo as hell, and it was incorrect.
Didn't have to read the Meta. He wasn't reading the Meta.
He just used he was using lookership, and he basically they were enslaving them over here. We're doing it over there. That sounds about right.
Yeah, and they said that's what they felt like it should be. And if you read Reisner accounts, what he said these Negroes are numerous in Egypt, and he said they're the servants, right, in these households, just like they are in America. And they said, see, this is justified what we're doing. We was right. When the reality is, they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. They didn't know if the person that they thought that was a Nubian wasn't Egyptian. They didn't know. They just painted that pseudo brush. And that's my point.
It didn't matter to them. It didn't really matter to them.
Yeah, it didn't matter. But they use it. The funny part that I wanted everybody
in all my research, in all my research and reading and studying history, and I think I did it a lot. A sad thing in history that we might not want to acknowledge, but from what I've been seeing, that Black Africans, and I'm gonna use the term, right? That Black Africans in history and the regions that Black Africans come from was looked at as areas to get slaves from. I don't know why that is, yo. You feel me? Like, is there some ancient racism that's going on? I know Uncle them say racism didn't exist, in ancient times, but it seems as though that Black Africans in the regions that they come from was always slave hunting grounds. I don't know why that is, yo. But it keeps reoccurring. And King Tut, that King Tut relief, when they was when the Nubians was in procession,
that shit is beautiful.
What happened?
Yeah, I know you're talking about that relief is fucking, it's a beautiful relief.
On that relief, for some reason, right, when they were paying tribute to King Tut, right, with gold and goddamn cattle and all of these gifts that they was giving them, they also had bound what we would call Negroes as tribute also, as slaves. So it's a reoccurring theme in history. It might, I know y'all say racism didn't exist back then, but something was going on.
Well, we know Black Africa had a they were trading slaves. We know Black Africa were trading slaves before.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that, bro.
Nationalism.
Was they trading slaves? Hold up, was they trading slaves? Right.
What is
King
nationalism? You gotta ask yourself, though. You gotta ask yourself.
Was they trading slaves because of the color of their skin, or was they trading slaves just because it was what they was doing?
Listen, I don't think so. Let's go one step at a time. You have to ask yourself, because we in the source. Let's stay in the source, right? The source says they got nationalism from the Egyptians. Now, what is nationalism, right? Nationalism is racism. That's the foundation to racism, right there. You see what I'm saying? Yes, it's the whole
national superiority.
Yes, the demagoguery. You know what I'm saying? And all of that comes with the nationalism, right? The others. You know what I'm saying? And all of that.
Was a nationalist. Hitler was a nationalist.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we hate Hitler.
As a racist.
And the Egyptians was nationalists. They got it. The source just that unread said the Western world got that from the Egyptians.
So hold on. Okay, knowing this, why do we give a fuck about Egyptians at this point?
we want to be Egyptians.
Why are we even arguing about Egyptians?
Because it's on the continent of Africa. And anything that's on the anything that's on the continent. Anything that's on the continent of Africa somehow belongs to African Americans, according to Afrocentrists. but I'll stop. I'm gonna start using Reggie terms. I'll stop.
I'm gonna say this. As African Americans, we need to chill. Like we didn't build them pyramids.
We crazy.
We ain't did half the shit that been done over there in the last couple 100 years. So let's just chill on that shit. Like, why we arguing about it?
Cause we
like,
crazy.
We
run Africa, nigga. We tell Africans on the continent what to do, nigga. We don't give a shit.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
And they can't even say, let them comment on our
Brendan,
shit. Nigga,
Brendan, Brendan just got a degree. That's something that we should accomplish more than the pyramid, right? Like,
you don't understand the Pan-African struggle, Ken. Even though we drove the colonial, or they drove the colonialists out years ago, right? You still don't understand the ongoing Pan-African struggles. This is your problem.
Yo, like, I don't claim nobody else shit, yo. Like, I'm proud of what I do, and maybe what my mom and dad do.
Like I said,
my grandmama.
Pan-African is birthday cake to me. I call that birthday cake.
Pan-Africanism is a scam. That's all it is. It's a scam.
And his roots, it was genuine in his roots, but that shit got corrupted.
That's why
2022 is not.
That's why it's birthday cake.
Yeah, 2022.
It served its purpose. I think it served its purpose
at that time.
And I understand.
Hold on, like
I do not share.
I understand what Uncle
the views and opinions.
So go one at a time.
Everybody have their own views, their own opinion, and I share all those things. I study harder to say that.
Hold on, Kent. We gotta go one at a time.
I said that.
Go one at a time. So
I can't say none of that. I said that. Ken Logan said that.
Ken, I've been.
What'd you say?
Show your face, Ken, so they know who they looking for. Show your face.
Ken, I've already been told them. They are
put a bounty on you.
Ken, I've been saying that shit about Pan-African.
Man, come on, man.
Black movement.
Come on, man.
For years, bro.
Come on, man.
Anti-science.
Pseudo Killas studio.
What's up?
Come on, man. Nah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. PK, we don't hide. The PKs don't hide now.
I've been saying that for the judge. It ain't nothing. That ain't nothing new.
Hey, Corey, ladies and gentlemen, Ken Logan.
Right.
Pan-African.
What you say? What you want the world to know you said?
And then the whole thing is that, even when Yvette Cornell made the same statement, niggas lost their mind. She was like, yo, the Pan-African shit is dead. She said that shit a few years before the pandemic, using the same purposes that we saying now. That nigga, you know what I'm saying?
I could have told you that 10 years ago.
Yeah, niggas went at her head. I'm talking about the whole movement was going at her head. How she gonna say the Pan-African?
Birthday cake.
I knew it was dead when Umar Johnson.
Johnson, bro.
He was a prince of Pan-Africanism.
Listen, I was Chef. Hey, Chef, to your point, Chef. I follow Umar, yo. Like, I was really on that Umar Pan-Africanism shit.
Damn, Ken.
And that's why I say it's a scam. That's why I say it's a scam, because like the niggas that
you still got some residue.
I was soon as a motherfucker, yo. And to be real with you, hold up.
You still got some residue on you, though, Ken.
I'm the one that brought me from Umar Johnson shit.
Now you gotta get away from Unc. Listen, now you gotta get away from Unc.
Hey, look, I'm not even gonna bullshit y'all. I remember sitting down with Unc. I remember sitting down with Unc and them, and Unc was like, "Yo, you ain't man, Umar Johnson a scammer." Y'all was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, that nigga ain't got no school coming, man." I was like, "Nah, Unc, man, he the truth." Man, listen, I started paying attention.
Look, I'm guilty of Santa Claus, yo.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna say he was my Santa Claus. I would have caught on eventually. Right?
You're
just the nigga that came through.
You still riding in the car?
I mean, there's certain red flags that you should just automatically notice, right? Like,
all right,
this is like the beginning. This is like
let me just say this.
This is like early Umar.
Hey, I got a source.
Let me just say this real quick, and then we'll move on. Like, there's certain shit that you just should notice off the gate, right? Like if a person say, I'm gonna build, like, listen, we're gonna build you a house, right? I'm gonna build you a house. And then one person show up at
Yo,
the
this
job
is in
site.
the beginning. Hold on. Before
It's
you
a
even go there,
goddamn
Soldier,
scam.
this is like when a nigga first like mentioned that he was gonna get a school. Like this is like the first year type shit when I started fucking with Umar. And everybody was for that cause. You feel me? Because we needed black schools and all of that good shit to teach black history and all that good shit, right? It sounded good.
You a nigga nut.
You still got some
Hey,
residue.
don't let Chef
right? What's
right
his
there.
name?
Chef was there too.
got some
Chef was there
residue.
too.
You
Chef was with the
nigga
Malcolm. Chef was with the what was the nigga name? The crazy motherfucker, yo. That was fucking with the NOI.
Oh, you
Khalid Muhammad and
you want to do the slavery in Egypt? We should do a whole shit on that. They got all types of goddamn.
No, I just wanted to bring this up. Everybody put this clip, go ahead and get that, put your cell phone up there and grab that source real quick, man. I'm not gonna actually read this. The title of it, Egyptologist. First of all, this is Science in Poland. Science for the Society. All right. I use this site all the time, pretty good. It say Egyptologist, the life of slaves in Egypt was not as hard as we think, right? It goes here, as she says, right?
That's horrible.
Yeah, the life of slaves. Go ahead.
Yeah, it say they could marry Egyptian women and had similar jobs as other inhabitants of the Nile Valley. Contrary to popular belief, they did not build the pyramids, and their life was not harder than that of an Egyptian doing hard jobs. Dr. What was this? Anders, I can't even read that name. Sherwick talks about slaves in Egypt, and it just goes on to say it was a long-held view that in science that the Egyptian pyramids were built by thousands of oppressed slaves. Later, researchers believed that the peasants were forced to build them. It said the construction of tombs was supposed to take place only outside of the seasons of agricultural work. They say none of these concepts survives the test of time. Pyramids and other monuments and royal structures were built by highly qualified workers who devoted their entire lives to this activity, says Egyptologist from Adam Milwick University and Archaeological Museum in Punzan. Dr. Anders Wick, he adds that this does not mean that there were no forced laborers in Egypt. Goes on to say, slaves in our contemporary understanding of the word were basically only prisoners of war. And I just want to highlight this real quick, because we got to, like they say, we got to put context to it. I'm going to say this again. Slaves in our contemporary understanding of the word were basically only prisoners of war, says Dr. Wick. It say their largest numbers appear on the Nile in the imperial period, the new state from 1,550 to 1,069 BCE, when the Egyptian borders expanded greatly as a result of successful conquest. A large number of Asians inhabited the Syrian Palestine, and many Nubians from the areas of Black Africa came to the land of the pharaohs in this way. All right, prisoners of war. There you go. So that's my point. Like I said, they was prisoners of war fighting, and I ain't gonna
prisoners of war, foreign.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna fight that.
Yeah, but like I said, there was slavery in Egypt. They got different types of slavery, forced slavery, bond slavery.
Oh man, we better go back to that.
Yeah, there's a whole list of.
It say, but the economy of Egypt had never been based on slavery, as was the case in Rome, for example. Forced labor would not a homogeneous and cohesive social group, says the Egyptologists was out there. They say without their work, their foundation of the state would not crumble. Yeah, like I said.
That's why I said. When we had
these
arguments, that's why I said
we just got to keep it in.
But that's why I said we had these arguments when somebody said there was slavery in Egypt. And then so I said, well, it wasn't a slave economy. Okay, yeah, I'm not making a slave economy argument.
I know, but you see the time period, yo? Egypt is like, so when you say slavery in Egypt, then let's really talk about it, because they gave you a time period.
They gave a time period when the most slave, but even when you had to retain a sacrifice in the Shopties, there was slavery.
Okay, well, all you would have to do is bring a source, though. I'm not arguing with dudes without sources no more. That's for not.
You want me to use the Wikipedia? Or you
give
want
it
me
to me.
Which
No,
one?
I gave you a nice level one right here, right? But anyway, look,
It's a
I make
summary, bro.
and
You be
Yeah, he like he think I was ready. I was like, I already could we talked about this when we had
I know. But watch this. Let's get to the Nubian part.
Hold on, do we have a problem?
Let's go back. Let's go back to what he said.
I just want to get to the Nubian part.
Hold on.
It's just the way Unc read things.
Hold on, but we don't.
Hey, hold on.
Like the way he read.
Let's go back. I want to go back.
Man, I want to read about the Nubian part.
That's what I want you to go back to. That's what I want you to go back to because I
Brother
want.
Sosa and Brother
Hold on. I can't. You gotta let me get it out, bro. Go back up, what you was at before, and I want you to see what he said. I want you to.
Man,
like you feel like though.
Y'all ain't hear what he said. Y'all making
y'all
back up what he said.
Hold up, but do any of us like I listen carefully.
Christ,
right? But do any of us have a problem with that source?
That's source. I'm not having an issue with it. Go back up.
We don't have an issue with it.
When he was talking about from the 1500 and he gave a time period.
Right here, yo.
Right. Like
I want to look. I'm just saying, like, look what he's saying, though.
He said the largest number appeared.
Yeah, hold on.
Let's start right here.
Just let me
wait a minute.
Slow down. I told you to go there so I can read it. Just
go ahead, bro.
Relax, my brother. It's Egyptomania.
Go ahead, Sosa. Go ahead, Sosa.
Listen. When the Egyptian border.
No, man. Start the chapter.
That's not even. I'm not. The slave part is understood.
Yeah, we know. Don't do
I want your opinion.
Going mania on you.
Slow down.
You cannot read the paragraph.
Listen, I want your opinion on a certain section.
Let him go.
Already read the paragraph.
I can't help it. I'm starting to read.
Let him go.
Hold on. We already read the paragraph.
No, but I won't read because if you take that out.
No. I don't have. All right, you know what? Let me read it.
Go back to
listen. Let me read it. Slaves in our contemporary understanding of the word, basically only prisoners of war, foreigners, said Dr. Twick.
So it's not the largest. Hold on. So what's important about that?
God damn! That's not what I'm talking about.
What about that, though? No, I'm saying what's important about
that? He's gonna tell you though. We gotta read it first.
Audience. Yeah, let's slow down a bit.
Hold up. For everybody, the audience gotta understand what point we making and where we coming from. So let's also go ahead and read that and say where he coming from with that point. I know where you at.
That's not the point I'm trying to make.
All right, go ahead. Don't make your point.
I wanted your opinion.
Go ahead.
It ain't even worth it no more, yo.
I wanted your opinion on this. Look what he said. I wanted your opinion on this, right? He said, right. So we'll go from the imperial, from the Nile and the imperial period, the new stage, right? The dates. I can't see it. 1550. I can't see it. But it said listen to what he said though. When the Egyptian border expanded greatly as a result of successful conquest, the largest number of Asians, inhabitants of Syro-Palestinians, and many Nubians from the area of Black Africa came to the land of the Pharaoh this way.
Okay, I'm listening. What's your point?
Listen to what he's saying. Many Nubians from the area of Black Africa came to the land of the pharaohs this way.
As slaves.
Many African Americans came to the United States this way. You see what he's saying?
Yeah, I see it.
You agree?
I agree.
Whose source was that?
All right, we good.
Whose source was that, Sosa?
That's Unc's source.
Oh, can I get my turn there? Can I get my turn there?
Of course you can.
No, it's time for you to go to sleep.
Can I get my turn there?
It's time for you to go to sleep.
Chef, let him talk.
Can I get my turn now? Can I get my turn now?
Yeah, can you be heard?
You
can be heard.
Can I be heard?
Yeah, go ahead.
What could you possibly say?
If we do this right here and say their largest number appears on the Nile in the imperial period, right? So this is not the whole history of Egypt at all. This is just what, 1550, what's that, like what, 800 years maybe, right? Okay, and it goes on to say when the Egyptian borders expanded greatly, and we know they expanded in the south, we talked about that, almost the third, so we understand this, as a result of successful conquest. So in the conquest, you're gonna fight, right? It say the largest number of Asians inhabited the Syro-Palestine, and many Nubians from the area of Black Africa came to that land of the pharaohs this way. But watch this. if you fuck this up right here, you fuck it all up and you're delusional. It says slaves and contemporary understanding. So what's the contemporary understanding? Transcontinental slave trade, Arab slave trade. Watch this. Slaves and contemporary understanding of the word were basically only prisoners of war, foreigners. So I'm done with that.
Yeah, right. Listen.
Oh yeah,
I think you even missed a better.
Brendan. Hold on. Stop.
We just hear from Brendan.
Stop. Hey, Brendan. Listen what it says, right?
I'd like to hear from another person.
Brendan, we know what. Can't slow down, bro. Hold on. We know what prisoners of war is, right? It says prisoners of war.
Y'all keep making
and
real jails.
Hold on. It said prisoners of war and foreigners.
Foreigners, right.
But how do you do
But I think,
okay, so no, we know they need to hold on. If you talking about the news, we know they
they were slave foreigners.
Now y'all know
they were slave foreigners. They didn't say and foreigners, yo. The word would say and. Hey, Brendan, can you please help me out, sir? Brendan, can you help me out, Brendan?
No, go ahead and pull the source back up. Pull the source.
Hey, hold on. Because
that time period is important.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the foreigners. Let's deal with foreigners.
He fought me for 4 months.
Hold up.
And
let's
now
deal with
the
foreigners.
Nubians are foreigners.
Cool. Let's deal with foreigners.
God.
What?
They got a problem with foreigners. What do you say about the foreigners?
I say it's right here. It says I can read. See, my comprehension stay way better than this. And I'm gonna ask you.
No, it's horrible.
It says slaves and our contemporary understanding. So it's letting you know something. Don't use your contemporary understanding the way you think a slave is, because that ain't what that was. It says the contemporary understanding of the word were basically only prisoners of war, foreigners. So it didn't say and foreigners, but they would make y'all think they were saying and foreigners. No, prisoners of wars, foreigners.
We're gonna listen to
the point that I was trying to make that's critical here is that time period, that 1550 to 1069 BC, right? When is that? That is during the New Kingdom.
That's right.
That's when they took back.
That is when their region of control spanned all the way, right, from the Mediterranean. When you go north to Anatolia and all the way down to almost the Fifth Cataract, right? So it expanded a vast territory. And how did they actually get a hold of this? This is through war and conquest. Right?
So
after all of this, these battles, this war, they're claiming territories, their borders are expanding, of course, right? They're taking in prisoners of war / foreigners. Right,
and he's saying that most of the Nubians.
That's cool.
I'm talking to Brendan, but like me and Brendan can dialogue back and forth.
So what do you have?
What? Take down yours, Unc. Take down yours, and I'll pull up mine.
No, my point to what he was saying is that he was saying that that's how they got there. Like the Nubians you see in Egypt, right? That population, that large population, that's how they got there.
Right. War. Prisoners of war, foreigners. Right.
War. You feel me?
Right.
Slavery.
And when you take a look at this,
can I say something real quick though?
Yep. Go ahead.
I want to dive in the chat real quick. Hey, where you at?
You tell God.
We in the heat of the battle.
Hey, hold on. I ain't in the heat of the battle.
And all that. Hey, Sosa, and you see that. Hey, Sosa.
Right now.
Hey, Sosa, and you see that dark. Do you see the dark pink?
That's Brendan.
Man, Brendan.
I'm sorry. No. I just want to conclude just what I was saying, and I'll hand it right back to you guys.
I want to get this nut.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, Joe.
I'm gonna give you the link and make sure you be the first one to pop up on here. Chatty Patty.
What did he say? I'm not even looking at that. What did he say?
Cool. You talking about cool?
No.
Who you beefing with?
No.
Who you beefing with? I ain't even looked in the chat. I just be talking.
Womack. Yeah, jump your ass up here.
Womack.
You done said it. You didn't talk too much trash for me. Meet me. Come holler.
Come on, man. We don't look at it. Hold up, what's your rule though? We don't even look in the chat.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You breaking your own rules, man.
Hold on now. Hold on. I said I'm about to drop the link, and I specifically want the Chatty Patty to jump on. I can say that.
Well, hold on. What's your number one rule though? What's your number one rule? Don't go on the peanut gallery.
Is don't let the chat control you. I'm saying I want the show to keep the cracking though, baby. I ain't cussing them out. Knock it off, kid.
I'm just don't look in the chat. Don't look in the chat.
I'm gonna read the chat. I ain't gonna let it affect me, but I want you, Mr. Womack. I want to make you famous. Prove me. Go get me. Come get me.
I think that's a sister, yo. Chill.
Oh man.
Hey, really? Yeah, Jumbo. Now you really gotta get it.
Nah, there ain't no shit.
Now you really. Don't say now you really gotta get it.
That look like CK.
Man, listen, man. No, that's unladylike.
Why are you beefing with a
sister? Be a gentleman. I'm not beefing with a sister. And that's not a damn lady, man. Wow.
But yeah, I just wanted to.
The
fangs are coming out. The fangs are coming out again. Right? But what we're talking about, Sosa.
She said she is a sister for the record, yo. She said she is a sister.
Okay. Right. Hold on. So if you're a sister, you should understand how to talk about a brother and talk to a brother. Ooh, that's what sisters do.
Oh, Lord.
Sisters have good, intelligent conversation. I actually thought you was a dude the way you came out.
You tell a sister how to be a sister up.
I didn't know that was a sister.
Tell a sister how to be a sister.
I just didn't know that was a sister. See, if I didn't know that was a sister, I wouldn't. I just let you alone. But the bigger at what you said, then you must be ready to have a good, intelligent conversation, sis.
Man,
I know how to keep my level. I'm not listening to none of y'all right now. I'm not listening to you right now. Can't you having fun? I'm making my point. Sis, jump up and express yourself. Prove what you said. It's a conversation. I'm not going to yell. I ain't even going to raise my voice. I just want to hear that. I'm not listening to none of them. You got a right to say what you thought you meant, and you just need to make your point. And I want to hear you say that. That's all.
All right, now back to our regular schedule program.
She just saying your comprehension is a question.
I know, but you need to come in and prove that. Because I think
you keep showing that. You keep showing that.
No, you can't get me. Hey, Brendan, back with you.
You know, Chef Boy got them use that.
No, but that's good. You guys gave me an opportunity. You gave me an opportunity to get a better image. You gave me an opportunity to get a better image. Hold on, just a second. Let me pull this
that's
up.
After the that's after the Hyksos period, I believe, right? That's when they came back and expanded.
Yep, exactly. And we hinted on this, and that's why I think time period and geography is important, right? Because it gives context to some of these things that we're talking about, right? So that period that Unc was talking about, you guys can actually see what I'm sharing here, right? That dark pink, right, is that area of control, right, of Egypt's borders. That's imperial Egypt, right? The pink is just to say, okay, this is where they had contact, but the dark pink is actually their actual imperial borders, the state, the borders of the state there, right? So that it would make sense, right, if their borders expanded, right, so vastly throughout the Levant, right, and in Egypt and down into the Sudanese area down to the Fifth Cataract, that of course you would see some enslavement happening there, and some taking of slaves in terms of prisoners of war. So that makes sense that you would see that in that area. They talked about slaves from Asia in his reference, right? Of course you would see that, right? Because their borders expanded all the way into Asia, right? So I just want to pull that up and just give a bit of context there.
So was I wrong in the reading of slaves, prisoners of war? No. You know what I'm saying? Comma, foreigners. I mean, was that true?
You wasn't wrong.
You went wrong.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
Yeah. And like let's take.
No, what you say, Sosa?
You
went wrong. So I want to give.
Okay, so then why we try to act like I was though? See, in the
I never said you was wrong.
Off of that, though. See? See, see,
Can we
hold
get back
I'm
on?
just
Can we
saying.
get back to the
Hold on.
conversation, man?
Wait,
Like,
make
I
it
don't want to
right.
stay stuck
I
on it.
think Chef and Sosa is saying that source is backing up their argument more than is backing up
but
yours.
how though?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to speak for the brothers,
The
but
man
I don't
is
know.
saying that that's how the Nubians. That's why you get that large Nubian population.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
yeah.
but hit a point though. Like when we
See,
we can
the
look
border,
at we
their
got,
border is down all the way down in Jebel Barkal
yeah, so
that we
listen,
talked
though,
about. Right.
When empires start to grow and they spread, right? We can look at Rome, right? You know, the people, this is what we do, right? Yeah, they are prisoners of war, right? Like the Visigoths and all these different tribes, they become prisoners of war, right? But they're really attacking foreigners because the empire is spreading, right? Like the people before, they wouldn't really have an issue with Rome. They were fighting Rome because Rome was coming for their shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And they know once Rome take their shit, they're gonna be slaves. And they're gonna be put into the army to fight. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So when you look at prisoners of war, like it's a trick bag with just that statement, prisoners of war. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes these prisoners of war, like, nigga, I'm war with you by force, nigga. I don't want to go to war with you. You forcing me to go to war with you. You know what I'm saying? And now you got me, and I'm a prisoner of war. You know what I mean? And now I become a slave. So it's like it's context, and it's tricky when you look at a prisoner of war. You feel me?
So you just gonna mix Rome up with Egypt and do it and play that game all the way out. But go ahead.
You want those trade routes. Those trade routes up through the Levant. Those trade routes into inner Africa that Nubia had.
Yeah, let's talk about why Egypt. Let's just focus on Egypt and the empire and the spreading of the empire. What would you? I mean, if you disagree with a statement, like what is this?
I mean, yeah, I disagree about being in the war fighting. There ain't no history, nobody saying once they snatch you, make like Rome. That shit too different. They was doing shit different. Business was different, yo.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about prisoners of war.
No, we talking about prisoners of war and slaves in Egypt. We talking about prisoners of wars in Rome. It's all different situations. The Arab slave trade was different from the European slave trade.
I'm just talking about the means of becoming a prisoner of war. That's it. Okay. Like, so I'm asking. So when Egypt spread, what was some of the reasoning for Egypt expanding its borders and going further and forward? Like
resource, money, wealth, like any other imperialism.
Right. That's my point. Yeah.
All right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you sit in an area, you got it, niggas is coming for you, bro.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, but you can really read how they was expanding their borders out to try to stop people from always coming in and attacking. That's definitely a central point too.
Right, because what they explain to you is that people, this is what they say, people fight their neighbors, right? Yeah. When you're an empire, everybody your neighbor. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Yep. So when you become an empire, yeah, you got all type of neighbor because you in everybody's shit. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you at war and all. That's why Rome would have all the issues because they spreading so big. They fight niggas way over to the south. They fight niggas way over to the north and the east. Yeah, because now everybody's your neighbor. You spreading. You feel me?
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and if you take a look at that dark pink that was on that map, that's all areas of interaction and trade. Right, that they were taking hold of, right? So it wasn't like, because Egypt had natural borders to its west, right? So there was really no need to expand its borders out far towards the west. That was somewhat of a natural border. Really, not much was going on there, right? So it was that narrow strip along the Nile, right, that was important, right? Because again, right, that was the influence between them and Nubia, right, and that trade route from inner Africa that was there, right? So that the control of that trade route, right, and the control of the trade route from the Levant, right, going up towards the north, exactly. That all of that stuff was, and the Indus, right? The Indus was far out towards the east, right? That was another major artery of trade, right, through the Levant over to the Indus. So yeah,
and normally the empires collapse through overexpansion. Oh. If they finally stretch themselves so thin, and then you know what I mean, that's normally how a lot of empires fall. Prophecy with Rome.
Very interesting.
I'm trying to find this. Let me see. Oh man, I don't even know if I should break this out. Boy, y'all gonna bug.
Bug on what?
Boy, they got us right here, boy. Damn. Let me see what the ideology is. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna get this right. Yeah. I'm gonna see if y'all don't agree, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Shit. Somebody gotta do it, right?
What are we doing?
I'm going back. Remember, we had the Egyptomania argument. I want to go back. Brendan know what I'm talking about. To the black nationalists and all that part.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me get back in that real quick. All right. So on the slavery, what we saying? We saying it was what we read, right? Good, right there, right?
Yeah. It wasn't chattel slavery as how we define it today. You know, it wasn't that, right? It was.
Yeah, like I mean, they had different forms of it. Right.
Okay. All right, got it.
Like even they got like, when you go to the article, they'll talk about it. Chattel slavery, bond and
Yeah,
labor.
it wasn't what Nzinga was doing to us.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. This y'all turn there. Y'all gonna have fun now. Y'all gonna wild out. Yo, hold yourself down.
Had to put that dagger in there, right?
Yeah. It wasn't since I'm trying to
twist
make
that
light
knife
of slavery in Egypt. It wasn't what Nzinga was doing. So yeah, the Egyptians was definitely better Africans than Nzinga. I totally agree.
All right. Yeah, you ain't gonna drag me on that. I'm gonna let you have that tonight.
Definitely better.
You might have a point. You might have a point with that one. The bishops got a point with that one.
Did the ancient Egyptians treat their slaves better than Nzinga? We debate that.
Hell yeah, they did. King Tut was way better than Nzinga.
Oh man.
And them niggas be how do we do a show like that?
There are no pictures of ancient Egyptian pharaohs in the black in the African American Museum in DC, right?
Yeah, horrible.
No.
Horrible.
You know what? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna say this.
You say they don't have any what?
No ancient. No. I don't want to get sidetracked. Let them.
I actually
must have read. So hold on. Must have read something.
No, I'm gonna put that. No, y'all gonna go hang. No, I'm gonna let y'all rock that. But I would like to say this.
Yo, threw that shit off the screen.
This is what Chef and L does, though.
What I did.
You would actually, when armies go to war and countries send men to war,
Lord,
and they go to battle and they come back, you would actually call them murderers. You would misclassify them of what they did. You would say you're a murderer. And if you called them a murderer, when people call people that went to Vietnam War and classify them murderers, you say you crazy as hell for that. They're not a murderer because they're in a state of war. When Nzinga was raised up in a state of war and she took prisoners of war, and now you classify her as a slaver. No one would classify her a slaver in the midst of a war.
Leave me alone.
Is when you captured a person that was fighting against you, right? You would sell them into slavery. That's exactly what that was.
You are nuts.
I raised my case.
Thank you. Because I don't want to hear I don't want to hear nobody capping for a person that's feeding the economy off of selling fucking slaves. You're not a good person. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You ain't doing that just because of fucking war. You're doing that to make money. You're fucking enslaving people and brutalizing. What is wrong with y'all? How the fuck could y'all even be against slavery if this bitch is good with doing it? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Egyptomania is rape.
No, we ain't even talking about Egypt.
Egyptomania is
we're talking about what directly happened to us.
So
and you can sit there.
You
can sit there. Hold on, bro. Bro, you can sit there with a smile on your fucking face, yo.
Smiling, my nigga.
After what the fuck happened to us, your
smiling,
own
my
fucking
nigga.
people.
Smiling, my nigga.
One stinking ass fucking African, yo. That's stupid.
Ain't no more stupid than calling people that went to war murderers.
What?
If you just crazy as a motherfucker, you don't got no motherfucker.
Yo, keep equating that to that.
That's exactly what it was. She was in a state of war the whole motherfucking time. So I'm gonna say it again.
Yo, she was at war with the Dutch and the Portuguese.
To find a source
that
said the
Dutch
lady
and the Portuguese.
was a slave.
Hold on, my nigga.
Again, Chef.
Why wouldn't she enslave the Dutch and the Portuguese?
You're talking me to death, Chef. Go get a source. You showed that lady was a slavery. You will be going
Yo,
to them
why-
you and Brendan.
look,
Go do that for me.
If she was
I'm
equal
resting my case.
opportunist, if she was an equal opportunist
In your
slaver,
mind.
why didn't she enslave the Dutch and the Portuguese?
In your
I'll
mind.
wait.
So let me
I'll
ask you this. So let me ask you for this. 'Cause I want to get the context. So you don't consider the towers when the people attacked the towers and killed all those people. You don't consider that murder because they was at war. So you don't consider that those people got murdered.
Hey, Brendan, can you just help me out?
I'm asking you.
You answer that question, Brendan.
No, why you? I want you to.
Man, because that's a great, like you just being funny.
Yeah,
I'm saying. Damn war. What war was they at?
There
wasn't no war until they shot down the damn tower.
It was that nigga. He was Saddam Hussein. Well, that nigga, not Saddam. Not Saddam Hussein. Goddamn, I'm talking about Bin Laden. Bin Laden was at war.
Who was that war with?
They
wasn't fighting no damn war.
It was an act of war, Unc. What do you think that was?
He looks stumped, Joe. Look at
it. It was an act of war.
No, you said they was at war. That's what you said. Like they was fighting and they
when somebody goes to war, somebody initiates the war.
Yo, do you hear what I'm saying though, bro? Do you know what you said with your mouth first? You said they was at war. I say, what war? And then you changed it to say it was an act of war. And you asked
that's war.
You asked my opinion on this.
An act of war is war, bro. That's what war is.
You said they was at war, nigga. They wasn't at war.
They was at war with us.
I asked you what war, then you realize you had misspoke. So I don't know why you running over the stop sign on that, yo. It makes no sense. Just go back to saying it was an act of war, and we'll take the conversation from there, Sosa. Come on, bro.
Act of war it's war.
You said they was at war.
They was at war with us.
And then led me to believe that the blowing of the Twin Towers was a response.
That was an act of terrorism.
It was an act of terrorism, bro.
Right. Terrorism is an act of war.
Not, man. You don't know what you're talking about, man. I ain't gonna spend no
hour.
Right, but there are certain definitions, right? In terms, because that's why we talked about it earlier, right? That's why we have terms for things, right? There's terms that define acts of terrorism. And there's terms that define acts of war. Acts of war are conducted by nation states, right? Doing certain things, right? Acts of terrorism, right, are not necessarily conducted by nation states, and they are defined by specific things as well, right? So again, it gets technical, but I think the technical pieces are important.
What do Islamic nations use?
Man, have you ever heard of Geneva?
Let me talk to Brendan. Let me talk to Brendan real quick. What do Islamic states use terrorism for?
Islamic states?
Islam period. Whether it's the Boko Haram in Africa.
I would say in an Islamic, something that would be defined as an Islamic nation state wouldn't necessarily
Boko Haram.
Wouldn't they wouldn't endorse things that Boko Haram does, right? Boko Haram is a terrorist organization, right? With no specific ties to a specific nation state, right? They operate within nation states, right?
What's the aim? What do they use?
Their aim is to intimidate,
terrorize motherfuckers.
Is to intimidate, right? To gain influence, right? Into the states, right? To spread ideology, right? And to recruit.
Okay.
Those are their.
So with those same definition, what is war for?
Why would you do that, man? Like,
why we can't just have a conversation without you going crazy, bro? We having a nice, slow down, calm conversation.
Why we gotta slow that down? Why would I sit
now when you're talking about so when we talk about I think we're going off to the side a bit, but I like this conversation, but maybe we can have a more in-depth conversation about this specifically in another show. Right. But in terms of you say, OK, well, what is an act of war? Right. That's all defined within the Geneva Conventions. Right. And
you don't know what that means.
Of course, Unc is very
war is used, right? War is used to gain influence, to spread ideology, right? We use war to promote democracy. Right. To gain influence in other areas so we can put our army there for political strategic places.
Yes, for different aims, different reasons, right? Yeah. But in terms of like what we would consider what's an act of war, right? We talk about acts of war being conducted by nation states. It depends when you're talking about acts of war It depends on who's committing those things, who's doing it, right? And for what reasons, right? I can't necessarily say, okay, well, me, you, Ankh, and all us, we're going to put together a group of 100 people and then we're going to go commit an act of war, right? We can't do that. We can go commit crime, right? It's a matter. I don't care if we kill thousands of people. It's not an act of war. It's a criminal act, right? We can't commit acts of war because we're not nation states, right? And we won't be treated as such, right, on the world stage as a nation state, right? We will be treated as criminals, right? Just like Boko Haram will be treated as criminals, right? Just like the Islamic State, ISIS, will be treated as criminals, right? They're not nation states, right? That's the difference.
Right.
So
I
can
get what you're saying.
And their soldiers won't be protected.
I get what you say. I get what you mean in the political in the political sphere of war.
But I'm saying, Soldier, can I get my point in though? I heard you. I heard both of y'all.
You heard me, but I had to fight you like I normally do. Just
no, because I actually thought that you were at least before you. But this is what normally happens. It normally happens. I thought you understand Geneva Convention. I thought you understand war crimes. I thought you understand acts of terrorism and war. They're not the same thing. No way, no way. And that's why the point in the Nzinga was made. Like, y'all just classify this all together because that's what y'all feel like doing. And it sounds good to everybody who don't know no better. But as soon as you slow it down and start reading, start saying, man, they mischaracterized that whole thing.
Like, well, let's read.
Can you apply the Geneva Convention to Nzinga?
Yeah, because she was at war.
That's not the Geneva.
Let's read
war, if we did, but if we did, let's
just read.
That's a good point, Sosa.
Hold on, let's see if Nzinga's source said that her shit was an act of war while she was selling slaves. Let's read this because
it would be a war crime.
Yeah,
that's what it would be.
As later now defined by our political. Yeah, now we have a. I can't even. I'm talking. I can't
because
I can't talk and listen.
Like for instance, the United States can't go to Angola today, right? Conquer, right, and then sell its population into slavery. That would be considered war crimes as defined by the Geneva Convention.
As defined by the Geneva Convention.
And whoever does it will face, will go to the Hague.
Because after the Geneva Convention, they drew out different guidelines and laws and regulation of how different words become defined and they check. Yeah, so of course I'm saying in the political sphere
today.
But there's a difference between the political conversation, right? Instruction of how we got to do the Geneva Convention and then the Nzinga times and just war. Like we wouldn't look at we don't place the Geneva Convention on Rome. Nah, that would be anachronistic.
I do.
That's anachronistic.
You know why I do? I tend to not. I like to use the best standard.
That's
to hold. I think it probably is.
It is. It definitely is.
But I like to use the best standard, right? In terms of how we understand, because I would never like to go backwards. Right?
Yeah, but you have to go backwards, and when you go backwards, you can't take your 2022 mindset and play in our understanding how we do it and place it on them.
But the reason why I say that I do that, right? I like to say that it was just as wrong then as it is now. Right? Enslaving those people in Angola, right, was just as wrong then
I could agree.
as if I did it today, right, under the Geneva Convention, right, because they were just as human then as the people are now.
But do you see it? But you don't see it as war when you see it as because based on that thinking when these people go into these small chieftains go into area and capture these people that they term prisoners of war, right? Think about that. Like these are not also not necessarily nations. The small chieftains are going in there and capturing prisoners of war.
Right.
So if we're gonna
doing horrible things, right?
Yeah. So if we're gonna apply backwardsly, and say that they're prisoners of war, then we gotta say that it's war. Because they have prisoners of war, even though they're not nation states in many cases.
Yeah, I hear your point. Yeah.
All right, let's see who Nzinga was fighting with. Let me see this. I say.
Hey, I'm out, yo. I'm
in
gone.
November.
All right, hey, I'm out, man. I'm gonna make somebody the host, yo.
Man, go ahead, Joe. You always do this when we about to lynch your ass.
All right, well, you can lynch
on your point. Go ahead, bounce.
I ain't running, nigga. I don't do no running. I'm gonna let y'all.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm in the middle of making a point.
I'm gonna stick around. No. I'm gonna stick around for your point, then I'm gone. I said I was gonna be.
No, you ain't gotta stick around for it, because you're gonna start hooping and hollering.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Everybody else, listen in the chat.
I'm good. You don't got me today, boy. Go ahead.
Because you was all hooping and hollering.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. I'm gonna stick around for the point. Go ahead, make the point. So you failed miserably, though, just for the record. But go ahead.
But yeah, we're supposed to keep the show to an hour or less, right? But yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, we ain't going too much longer.
Egyptomania.
We ain't going too much longer.
Go ahead, Chef. Make your point.
In November 1627, Nzinga again attempted to negotiate with the Portuguese, sending a peace delegation. All right. So if she's attempting, right, to negotiate peace with the Portuguese, that means that she's in conflict with the Portuguese, right? Am I right so far?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, peace delegation. Yeah, they're trying to bring peace to the area. Go ahead.
Right. Between her and who?
Her and the Portuguese.
Exactly. All right. Sending a peace delegation and a gift of 400 slaves.
Yeah.
Like, that's my point, yo.
Got you.
Like, she was using human beings as barter and negotiation, right? As currency. So for some reason, the whole thing about she had to do it. She was at war. She was at war with the Europeans. She waged war on different regions in Africa to fuel her war with the goddamn Europeans. That's sick. So she is an active and willing participant in the European slave trade.
Yep.
A thing that we despise. But because she's African, somehow, and was at war, somehow she gets a pass from African Americans. Like, y'all don't think that that's like, are we that starving for African heroes that we then heronize, if that's a word, our own victimizers? Like I'll stop.
Wow. That was deep, Chef.
Hey, that was so goddamn deep that y'all ran right past the curators and all the historians and all the experts on said subjects. So much so to see in the motherfucking African American Museum, and it's only two people on planet Earth to share the sentiments. That's Concrete Coy, Chef and L. The experts don't agree to none of that shit you just said. You're making it up, but you have your opinion. And I'm gonna end with that right there. I don't understand why she would be African American.
Maybe me and Chef are
I'm confused about that. How'd y'all manage to do that though? That's amazing. How'd y'all pass like, why would they put that lady in the African American colonial section and raise her up if she was what y'all saying she was? How did they miss that?
I didn't say what she was. I read what she was.
I know, but how did she?
I just read what she was, bro.
No, how did they miss that though?
So Wikipedia wrong.
Yo, wouldn't that be an
Wikipedia lying
offensive?
on this bitch.
No, I'm talking.
Let's just be honest. You're
No, I'm
saying
talking.
Wikipedia lying on the bitch, yo.
No, I'm talking, yo. I'm just talking, yo. Can I get my point off?
Go ahead, yo.
Well, no, yeah, relax. I'm saying that how did they miss that? Yo, this lady is a subject of analysis, a subject of pride in the African American Museum.
We stupid. We
3
stupid.
floors. So you actually
we the same niggas who think we Egyptian. We
no,
stupid.
that's two different conversations.
I'm just telling
Yo,
you.
we talking about
really
experts.
really
Yo, the experts don't say we the experts don't say we Egyptians, yo. But the experts say that Nzinga is worthy of being in the African American Museum. In that very section, did you claim she wasn't fighting
That's
against
subjective. That's
subjective.
subjective.
Only y'all
Either way,
two
I don't care.
that. Listen, you're right. What I have learned from yesterday is y'all got a right to your goddamn opinion. That's y'all fucking opinion. Simple as that. The way you frame it, the way you put it together is your opinion. But what I got on my side is Nzinga, big ass head, when you get off that motherfucking elevator, giving due praise in the African American Museum in the section y'all claim she was the motherfucker.
We the same niggas that believe Marcus Garvey, yo.
No, Marcus Garvey's not in that museum.
No, I'm saying
he's not in that museum.
Everybody else in the black world ain't believe him. He came to America and African Americans decided to believe him.
Okay, man. You
African Americans are the same ones that decided to believe Farad Muhammad, a white man, that he was their fucking savior. Like, we got a problem. And you don't want to help with it. You don't want to help.
You got a problem, and I ain't trying to help you with that nonsense
of the problem.
And we gonna, and I want to look, and I got what I got on the screen, right? So when is a war a war?
Oh man,
in many ways.
Hold on, wait, for the record, you still fighting that?
Yes.
Like that wasn't.
So I can't read the source.
But I'm asking you a question. Where you at before you do this? What is that
when I read it, you're gonna understand why. If you just chill out.
You're not gonna tell us why you're reading the source. Y'all some wild guys.
It's gonna be self-explanatory. Look at the title. When is a war a war? Like, what do you think it's about?
I still believe that
what is it about? What do you think it's about? In many ways, war and terrorism are very similar. Both involves acts of extreme violence. Both are motivated by political, ideological, and strategic ends, and both are inflicted by one group of individuals against another. The consequences of each are terrible for members of the population, whether intended or not. War tends to be more widespread, and destruction is likely to be more devastating because the war is often waged by states with army and huge arsenals of weapons at their disposal. Terrorist groups rarely have the professional or financial resources possessed by states. Apart from the methods used and extent of the violence, however, war and terrorism are also seen differently by international law. The differences are not always clear-cut, and even experts may disagree about whether a violent campaign counts as terrorism, civil war, insurgency, self-defense, legitimate self-determination, or something else. Question: in the 20th century, Chechens, Abakhaz, Kurds, Palestinians, and Irish nationalists have all seen themselves as fighting a war against a colonizing nation. Nation states have always regarded the acts of such groups as terrorism. And it says, how can we decide which is the right term? And then it goes into the problem is defining war. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'll explain about terrorism. That was my point. It's the same means, bro. But it's only our redefining it now by international law that changing it. That's our subjective view on what war is and what terrorism is, bro. And
I'm not gonna sit up
and the
here
experts don't agree.
With you, yo. You have it, yo.
I got this. I just pull the sword. I don't want it to be like I ain't sure.
Now I'm just saying I'm not sitting up here. I'm not doing this with you.
Argue with the source.
Like I'm not doing this with you. So what was it then in 9/11, my nigga?
Argue with the source, bro.
No. What does the experts classify what happened in 9/11? I'm just asking you. What does the world classify it as, bro? Just asking. Hell, the source ain't got nothing to do with the conversation.
Terrorism.
It wasn't. What did they say? Okay, so it was terrorism. So what's your point then? Was Queen Nzinga
in many ways was it?
Yo, was Queen Nzinga at war? Yes or no?
Yes, with the Portuguese. Why she ain't enslaved?
No, she was not only at war with the Portuguese.
Why she ain't
at war with
other
warring nations, with other African nations.
Why she ain't enslaved?
It was in a whole state of war, yo. Come on, man.
Why she ain't enslaved the Portuguese and sell them to the Africans?
All right, man. Shit. All right.
Yeah, you can't answer that, can you?
Yeah.
Can you, big man?
Yeah. You got me, bro. I ain't willing to get there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna show
She enslaved the Africans and sold them to the white man.
With
She was
that,
at
y'all,
war-
I'm out, yo. I
She
ain't
was
running,
at war with
but
the
I got
white man, but she ain't enslaved them. What's going on here?
Yo, I'm gonna drop the link in the back chat and drop in the chat, but it's getting into the murkiness of how we classify terrorism versus and looking at war, and it's got the different experts that disagree on the determination of what is war and what is not war, right? And some people look at terrorism as it's an act of war, bro, because they feel like they're at war against a nation that's colonizing them, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't give them that respect because we say, hey, nigga, you in a nation, nigga, you can't even. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you a little boy, nigga. We can't put you on our level. But yeah,
I'm mad.
And there's reasons why, right? Because as soon as you give a terrorist organization credence, right, as a nation state, then they're protected by international law, right? So there's reasons because they don't abide by international law. So why should they be protected by it?
Right. That's right. And that's
so those are some of those, you know, the nuances. I'm quite sure they talk about it in that article. But yeah, I wouldn't disagree with anything in there, right? For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was highlighting the point. Like when you said, you know, what is terrorism for? And I was like, the shit terrorism, and you said, what is war for? It's the same means.
Could be seen very
same
similar,
means.
right?
Yeah,
same. Right? It depends on who's doing it.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, and the scales, right? and how and the rules by which they abide as well, right?
Yeah.
When you're not if you're not abiding, because you can wage war and still kill millions and abide by international law.
Right. And for
that doesn't make it any less, you know, that doesn't make it any better, right?
Yeah. And for Unc's point, if it's just a case of she did it because it was the thing to do during war, right? Well, why didn't she enslave the Portuguese and the Dutch? I mean, if that's what you do to the people that you just at war with, if that's his biggest contention, right? When we know that was big business and that was the real reason why she was doing it. Because one of the main things that the Portuguese and the Dutch wanted from that region at that time in the 1600s, right before all those mineral resources was found in the region of Angola, right? That later came along with the Industrial Revolution. The main thing that they was taking or commodity, it's crazy that we're calling human beings a commodity, but that's exactly what we were, or what those regions was known for. And they were there, and the main commodity that they got from there was fucking human beings. And she actively participated in the consumption that the Europeans had for that commodity. And Unc and them is running away from that point, blaming that shit on everything else. They making everything else the issue why she did it, right? But we know why she did it. We know why she was in power. She chose to go after the slave. She captured the slave regions, meaning there was territory that they went and picked slaves from. Meaning these places, think about this. If it's a region where you get slaves from, what does that really mean, y'all? That means that these are areas that's less protected, right? Meaning it's easy pickings, right? It gotta mean that, yo.
Always, yeah.
Exactly. So, are we saying that she was at war with a more with an inferior army? Yet these people couldn't defend themselves from Nzinga and her kind. That's why these was the regions, you know, the slave burn regions. because they had no ability to protect themselves from people that was coming to victimize them. These are the people who was enslaved by her. Stop letting him lie to y'all, yo. I'm talking to the chat. Stop letting these people lie to y'all. Read the sources yourselves.
And that's why I was saying, like, when you just labeled something or someone a prisoner of war, that shit is real murky. Because you talking about people that are unable to defend themselves.
Right.
You talk about predators preying on prey.
They preyed on them, exactly.
They prey. You understand what I'm saying? But then you kind of dismiss it and say, no, they're the prisoners of war. Nah, nigga, they slaves. You know what I'm saying?
The whole reason you waged war, the whole region, I mean, my bad. The whole reason Nzinga was waging war in these territories was to get the commodity that was there, and that was human beings. I'll stop.
I hear you taking a page out of the book. Right? Oh man, is it Gullah?
Yeah. I would say she Nzinga did, like, she had a rivalry with her own brothers, because when her brother became the king, he killed all the competent potential heirs, and was one of her son was one of the potential heirs. So when she became the ambassador, you know what I'm saying, was treated like shit by her own brother. She actually she tried to wage peace with the Portuguese and let the slave traders into Indago. You know what I'm saying? So she had personal grudge against her own brothers, that, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of her reasons, what she did too.
She was a piece of shit. Pure and simple.
Yeah, look it up on the wiki article though. Look up the beginning of the wartime. But yeah, she did what she did. But yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying, she did trade slaves, but you know what I'm saying, it was a something that flamed it.
Yeah, because like I'm sitting in my crib chilling, niggas busted, take me, right? And they put me to slavery, but nah, I ain't a slave. I'm a prisoner of war. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm only fighting you because you broke into my goddamn house.
Right. Of course we went to war because your dumbass was trying to enslave me.
She did it on purpose. All I'm saying, she did it on purpose, but she did it because she had a personal rivalry with her own brothers.
No, I ain't talking about her beef with her brothers. That's a whole nother point. I'm saying in the article,
but that's the start of it. Like the reason, even why she partnered up with the Portuguese and even let the slave traders in, was like a backstab to her own brothers, because, you know, motherfuckers they killed her son and shit. You know, because she was a potential heir. She felt some personal shit.
Yeah, but even when she ousted them, when she went towards Ndongo, right? She captured slave regions. She brought them under her control, right? For that purpose, when she was expanding her power, she was expanding so she can control the slave trade, because it was big business. That's the point.
Yeah.
Her personal,
she wanted to be a partner. She wanted to be a partner with Portuguese.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to make it seem like she. I just can't.
Right. And when these people spread, these empires spread, they get these different states, these vassals, right? You know, the people that they colonize have to send their sons and citizens into the nation's army and go fight. You see what I'm saying? And so it's for bodies for slaves and body to fuel the army. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of times these rebellions that occur are people who are tired of sending their sons and their husbands to war. You know what I'm saying? For the people that's colonized them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, shout out them goddamn Barbie pirates though, because those niggas was at war, nigga. They
they was getting it in.
Yeah, they snapped the European. What you like, nigga?
Them Berbers wasn't no joke.
Yeah, you feel me? Shit. They like, nigga, they played it how it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Yeah, them Berbers, they was all up in motherfucking especially I think they was from Tunisia and Libya. Right? They would set off their ships and they went as far as Iceland. grabbing Europeans for Israel. Yeah, they was vicious, yo.
Really about that shit.
Yeah, they was vicious. Yeah, I think they went as far as Iceland, like they was a terror in the North Atlantic, yo. Like they brought all of them back to Africa. They brought all them Christians back to North Africa. Was vicious with it.
Yeah, but I know we ain't gonna go too that long.
Nah, that's jumped off. Well, in a recap, I would say that is I think I'm starting to understand how Unc is fighting, right? And it's better for us to use his sources than to fight against his sources. Because it seems as though his sources actually tell a truth in him. It's the way he present them that make it seem like like the source didn't say what it just said. He read a source, right, that said that where he was trying to say where it's from, the Brooklyn Museum, right? The Brooklyn Museum source in the first opening, it acknowledged all of the things about its connection, right, to the Mediterranean and to Western Asia and all of that. Right. The source said these roots were readily like established and well known. Like, so we don't even got to contend against them.
Right.
That's already a fact stamp. They saying now we need to focus on its African influences also. So the only thing the Brooklyn Museum is doing is being all inclusive. That's it. That's all of the source is trying to do. So they're not going to speak about the Western Asian and all of those influences, because he said we already know about that. We already got that piece locked down. Now let's talk about its inner African deep roots.
Only.
Right, only. So because we already know about its other influences and roots, that shit is already attested to for the last 100-something years. Let's look at the neglected parts. That's all it's saying. So all that shit about its connection with Western Asia and the Mediterranean, that shit still staying. None of that got knocked down by the shit that the Brooklyn Museum is saying. They're just adding on. I hope y'all got that. I'm talking to the chat.
Right, and we did, and that's why they didn't allow us to elaborate on that shit. They shut it down, dropped the mic, and it was a celebration and party. Like everything that niggas presented was debunked, and I was like, "Yo, that's not what it was even about." You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went to his own article. You know how they were establishing, like when they say the ancient Egyptian population arose 4400 BCE and it's distinct. That means that this is now the time through even with the mixing and different cultures, we can now identify ancient Egyptian culture. You know what I'm saying? That's no different than in the first century, you have people with all religion, but then after a while, Catholicism rises from Christianity. And now you can identify a Catholic from a traditional Christian. We don't got to confuse that no more. So when you see a Nubian grave in Egypt that has Egyptian iconography and shit like that, that's from shared ideas. You know what I'm saying? But we can look at certain shit and know that that's Nubian. You see what I'm saying? And so they making that seem like, nah, they doing the same thing the Egyptian did. Of course they did. Because they come from, so certain shit is shared. So yeah, there's certain shit, but there's other things that distinct. And we know that that's Nubian. Those are Nubian. These are Egyptians. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. But like sometimes we had the conversation to go so fast. We be fighting. We don't really get a chance to just chill for a second. Just unpack some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll read a whole ass 4 pages of shit. You know how much shit you need to unpack? You can't just read. I'm like, man, let's talk about some of that shit, man. But I don't know, man.
No, you're right, yo.
because I was upset last, like when I left Clunk close with the people, they're so immersed that the people on the ground can't tell who was who. I was like, come on, like, nah.
Disingenuous.
I was like, on the ground, they know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I posted the video like 30 times in the chat. Like, just watch the video, bro.
It says, and another point, Sosa, the South thing.
Right.
Now, that South thing is my contention that when they talk about the South at a specific time, talking about the culture moved south to the north, right? My contention with them is I'm going to define the South that they're talking about. And the South that they're talking about is the area of Thinis, Abydos, and Thebes. I'm going to say this again, chat. Thinis, Abydos, Thebes. That region is the South where the culture moves from that area northward. So what are the things that in the culture that they talked about? Now, in this same region, right, is where the Badarian, the Nakata, and the three Nakata period phases was all at. I'm going to say the area again. Thinis, Abydos, and Thebes. Now, the pottery, the grave sites, the pottery, the grave sites, writing, and the what you call it, the housing, right, is all found in this area. Now, that is the culture. Anybody telling you anything different, they gonna take you back to the Grain Sahara, back into some time that's crazy as hell, where we're gonna be in a rabbit hole.
Yeah, like why we go back to before? Now we can't. We don't know. We like that's what I'm saying. Like even when you bring up Nataplaya, right at 7,000 BC, there's people on it now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's why I kept saying like, why are you bringing up Nataplaya and we talking about ancient Egyptians? Like,
ancient Egyptian culture stems from the Badarian and the Kata, that is pre-dynastic Egypt. And I'm saying that the area of that south is talking about south of the Delta area. And it's going to be Thinis, Abydos, Thebes. That region right there was the south that they're talking about.
Yeah,
now
it was getting crazy though. They was trying to almost like they was about to say Norma was a goddamn Nubian. I was
right.
Like, yo.
Norma is from Thinis. Norma is from Thinis.
Yeah, because like you try to tell me that Norma rose from a Nubian population, came back up, took over the ancient Egyptian population, then turned to their own people and subjected them. Yeah.
Let's be clear here. I'm gonna start using my Jabari voice. Yeah, man. I'm gonna start using my Jabari voice.
We gotta do a show and unpack it though. Like it's hard to unpack that shit with Unc on the show. We gotta
because they're gonna keep going back. They're going time jumping.
Yeah.
They're gonna merge all these time periods together and confuse you with early populations on the Nile. You know what I mean? When we're talking about Egyptian civilization.
Right.
That's what we're trying to, you know what I mean? They're gonna go back to 70,000 years. And it was always people here and what the hell? Right? And they're gonna go from culture to civilization. They're gonna go from, pottery shards, and they're gonna try to equate all of these things to civilization, and that's not accurate.
Right, because like when Smash was saying, we got these Nubian burials in Egypt, they're Egyptian. I'm like, no. They're in Egypt, the country, the culture is not ancient Egyptian. It's Nubian culture. It just has some influence, some shared influence. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So they be confused. Region, Egyptian region versus Egyptian culture. You know, so that's why I asked, like, you know, the same shit hit you with what makes a people a people. You know, I mean, I love that shit now.
All these crazy questions. Yeah, but we definitely. I'm starting to like Unc sources more and more. Now that I slow down and look at that shit,
No.
like, bro, keep it coming.
Yeah, that's why I pulled that book when we had that argument, and he was saying he said what he said. I said he said. You know, he made me go back and look at the book, and I was like, yo, this shit is nice. I like this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then everything he read, they talk about the South, Southern, South. They always talk about Upper Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that South. They see that South thing is tricky. He read a source the other day, and a goddamn an eyewitness described what Egypt was, right? It was in his source, and he didn't disagree with it. So I let him read it twice, just to make sure he was that the source, and one of the sources in the source that was referenced, that he was accepting it. And once he accepted it, the goddamn source actually told what Egypt was. And the Herodotus, right? He accepted Herodotus in the source. And Herodotus said that Egypt was downstream from Elephantine. Egypt was downstream from Elephantine. That's a dagger right there. That is a dagger. Like, how do we unpack this? Let me see. If you say that Egypt is downstream, right? Because the Nile
flows up.
Like they always tell us, what do the Nile do?
It flows up.
It flows what? From south to north. So downstream would be actually going towards the Mediterranean, right? So from Elephantine, it was downstream from Elephantine, meaning Elephantine and the region of Elephantine was run one region or one place, and Egypt was downstream from Elephantine. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I was kind of shocked though, because see, I'm confused me sometimes though, because like when he read the article that was saying largely the Nubian population made it to Egypt through war.
And through slavery.
And he agreed. He's like, I accept that. I'm like, y'all been fighting us on some shit like that. You been fighting on that for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was talking about a harmonious love and shit, and just beauty and just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, honestly, you never know when Uncle just throw you a curveball, man. He's a hell of a pitcher, man. Uncle got the curveball. He got the change up. And
he Satchel Paige.
Yeah, he's nice. That nigga Uncle's nice.
And he'll change up in the middle of the nigga. He'll change up in the middle of the argument. Yeah, but his source definitely said that the majority of those Nubians came in by way of slavery. I'm done with it. But then they argued with me for 3 months, telling me that the Nubians was Egyptians. They told me that the 25th dynasty pharaohs was Egyptians. They argued with me for months, yo. And I'm like, are y'all serious? I mean, even Wu Jai and them said it, and I said, now, see, this is dishonest. These people are clearly from Nubia. Everybody say it. But you Afrocentrists are saying that they ruled as Egyptians. So what?
All right. And then when Wu Jai said that, I said, so the Greeks are Egyptian. And then he was like, yeah, but they ain't indigenous. I was like, nigga. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Nubians, the Nubians.
Yeah. I was
They
like,
was from Nubia.
I was like, all right.
They were Kushites. They was from down where the fourth cataract.
Yeah, they were foreigners.
The hell?
Yeah, like that article said, they were foreigners. They Peninsula War, foreigners. You feel me?
Yeah, so I know you in the chat, and I'll say this, bro, that all of your sources are accepted now. Right? Read till you blue in the face. We fine with it. You feel? We're fine with it. You know what I mean?
When he brought that one up for slavery, that was an accident.
Yeah, I know it was.
Yeah, because that's when you really, that's the only way you get him. That's the only way you get caught up. Because he didn't really bring that out for that. That was some shit that just, you know what I'm saying? He just like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just trying to get the slave thing in there. You know what I'm saying? So he pulled something up real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then he had the Nubia shit, and then he had to accept it because he already accepted the first conditions.
Exactly.
So now you can't throw out your sources. Like, yeah, I accept it. You know what I'm saying? But now watch though. Watch tomorrow or the next few days later, he gonna reject that shit. I promise you, yo. He gonna reject that whole shit that nigga right there was saying.
Oh yeah, he gonna have a whole. Somebody said Nilotic and Kushites are different. As Chef Renell, stop mixing them up. When the hell did I do that? When did I mix up a Nilotic? I don't think I never mixed up a Nilotic and a Kushite. Y'all just be saying anything.
Hey, yo, and home team got some good information. Hey, but they do got some pseudo shit in there though. Cause home team was on the Nubia invented writing shit that Garfield played. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Garfield played a home team presentation. He was like, yeah, he gave writing. He attributed the writing to Nubians.
Hold on, this dude says Chef is lost. He calling Somali people and Nilotic people the same. When did I ever say anything about Somali people? Yo, y'all people are crazy. Oh, Aku says Chef, ignore him. Yo, these people crazy. Yo said
home team good like this. I mess with him. I mess with home team too, but you know what I mean? He got a little blackology in him.
Oh, he definitely did.
He got a little blackology in him.
But his videos be fire.
Yeah, they be fire as hell. You know them shit draw me in every time. You know what I'm saying? The nigga work is excellent.
Yeah, I like your shit. You know what I mean? But he definitely he definitely got some blackology with him. But see, that's my thing. And I don't want Unc and them to ever get it twisted. Yo, I can always go for a little bit blackology every now and again. Right? I come from that. That's cool. But you niggas are not gonna oversaturate my brain with that shit, yo. And y'all not gonna take whole regions away from people. I will not let y'all do it, yo. I will not let y'all do it. I will not let y'all sit here and tell me that a whole nother group of people created the goddamn Egyptian culture and then left. Like, what? That shit don't even make sense. If the Nubians created writing, but started writing 3,000 years after they created the shit for the Egyptians, that is batshit crazy to me.
Right.
They created
the same concept as the Middle East. You come and leave in the Middle East and building pyramids and goddamn Egypt, but don't build them where they from.
Right. Into 3,000 years later.
Yeah.
Oh shit, here come Jackie. We about to get cussed out. Hold on, I only got 5 minutes of this, Jackie, and you better make it hot.
Yeah, let her get it there real quick. Yeah, we was in summary and shit.
She gonna wild us out.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah. She gotta connect the mic.
You laying down in bed. Go to bed, Jackie. Drop down. Jackie's like, I pulled up video on my damn nightgown. Hold on a second, guys. Let me call back real quick.
Yeah, your sources are accepted over here. The only sources we're not going to accept is Dr. Ben, Diop, and Tony Brada. You know, the rest of your sources, if they from Cambridge and all of that, I think they seem like they pretty safe. Oh, and then the point about Nile Valley civilization, like how did he try to ram those two things together? Like Cambridge was saying that he did that was a horrible job. But again, we're going to keep letting you show your sources and making the connections you make, because at this point, you're proving our point. You know what I mean? And you're giving us all the ammo you want. That we need. Who need to do research when I'm gonna do it for you?
There's always something in the source that is like a gem. Like he always come through with a gem.
He definitely do. This nigga do the research for our arguments.
Because Brennan was like, "Oh, Uncle Shepard said your source agree with him." You know what I'm saying? That's why I went back. That's why I was like, "Oh, hold on, let's go back." I'm like, no, I couldn't believe, like he just read past that. I'm like, yo, that's fundamental. You know what I'm saying? I think he knew I was going there. That's why he was trying to like shut me down. Because I was trying, he's like, start at the beginning. I'm like, nah, nigga, I don't need to read the beginning. I want to start here. You know what I'm saying? But he made me go back and read the whole beginning shit. You feel me? But yeah. That was a good show. That shit was good.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yo, Unc is the master of sources. But I start screenshotting his sources now. And then I just read them at night sometimes and I smile. They make me so happy.
Hey, you got to though. You got to, because I do the same shit. Like when he put it down, I type it in my tab and save it, and I have it in my tab. But then later when I go back and look at it, I be like, come on.
Right.
Like either, you know, like maybe you didn't read this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, you had to see this.
Because that Brooklyn Museum source that he keeps showing, he showed it one too many times. Like the other day I said, and he read it and I heard something in it on Smash Show.
Yeah.
And I rewinded it back and the sources that I said, let me screenshot that. And I said, I got this mother. And then every time he showed something after that, it was like, oh, he's misreading this shit. He's putting his own
spin on it. Yeah.
Spin on everything that he's reading. But if you just read it in context, it's not saying nothing that we haven't been saying. Like, if it had one word on there that he can use, he's going to play that up like it's saying what he's saying. One word. Just that's the same way he did when he went into the Cambridge Elements and found the two words together, Nile Valley. And then he said that two words together was the same as what the Afrocentrists put forth in Nile Valley civilization. I guarantee you in that Cambridge Element shit, he did not read that shit. He just saying Nile Valley because he didn't even go into it. He just tried to say that those two were, so Unc, you're doing a great job. And like I said, keep doing the research for us. You're knocking it out the ballpark.
Yeah, you find some excellent ass sources.
Yeah, he fired with it. The God Killer. Yeah. Big ups to the God Killer, y'all.
Yeah, because they've been killing with that South shit. And another thing he's hit me with, and I'm realizing why they was doing it. Because, you know, that shit just uplift the veil up, right? And that's not even what Uncle was doing, but some of the Afrocentric, they would do shit like, they would say, there are more pyramids in the Sudan that are in Egypt.
Yes, they said that.
And that would be the trick bag, but they don't not really tell you. And that shit is thousands of years later after Egyptians stopped building pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
So this shit was obsolete, and then they went on. But they would use that argument to say that they understood pyramid building also like the Egyptians. You feel me? And that idea is Sudanic because they got there's more pyramids in the Sudan than even in Egypt. So if I got more pyramids over here than do in Egypt, then who the pyramid builders? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that nigga, man, that nigga was cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was cold.
Yeah, they say that the Nubians revitalized Egyptian culture and they brought it back. And what in the hell? Like, oh, and then the Jebel Barkal. I want to deal with that Jebel Barkal one day. That's another thing that they're messing up. For some reason, Unc is saying that the crown comes from Jebel Barkal. And that Amun worship, Amun or whatever, comes from Jebel Barkal and the Nubians, and that's clear. And then he's saying, once the source tell you that the Egyptians actually gave that cult to the Nubians, he's saying that when the Egyptians went down there, they realized that that's where they came from originally. Yeah. What? Like, oh man!
Talk about a moon. He's using that little source from that video from that white dude. But even at the moon though, the moon came. It was a later edition. Like the moon rose up and became like they rose the moon to like high status during the time of the King Tut.
Yeah, that period, and that's when Nubia came under Egyptian control.
Right.
Yeah, and they started to get Egyptianized. But all of those articles say that. Like, yeah, so they got that religious aspect from the Egyptians. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, yo. It was a good little show. We ain't gonna beat the point. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe we can get it in, get something together tomorrow, but this was a fun show.
Yeah, man. Well, thank everybody for coming up, man. Uncle keep coming with them fire-ass sources, man, and we're gonna build on it and elaborate, man. I think who the host? I think you the host, Chef. Or Corey.
Yeah.
All right, so
Corey, you still there? You got any closing remarks? This nigga sleep.
Oh man, my bad. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Peace, man. I it was a good show, man. I heard y'all beating Unc up for a minute. You know how it go. But yeah, it was good, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through listening. We had a good crowd tonight. We got some good information out there. I think everybody could learn something from what we put out today. So appreciate it, man.
Did Unc ever read the Hotep shit from Wikipedia?
What Hotep shit?
You ain't see the Hotep Wikipedia article?
No, I missed that.
Oh man, I guess we gotta do it tomorrow.
I mean, put that in my tab real quick so I can go ahead and look at that one.
Oh man, it's a dagger, yo. Like it's
so Hotep. Was Hotep is pseudo too, huh?
It's called Hoteps, like as in people. Wikipedia got an article on the shit now, yo.
Oh wow.
That's nigga, we need to get away from that Egypt shit. Like we look like some goddamn fools. I mean, Dr. Ben and them did a number on us, yo. Mm-hmm. They did a number on us, yo. Like so. But yeah, Pseudo Killas out. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we find the topic. You know what I mean? To have a show tomorrow. I'm tired as hell. I worked 2 jobs today. I'm sick of this shit. I need to lay down. I'm out, fellas.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.